Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Carl Goblin, this is the Goblin Cave, and this is our 19th episode of Saints and Sinners, our Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, and I think we're going to be walking off a cliff on this episode, so it's going to be an interesting one.
Yes, should be very interesting.
It's gonna be the best.
We have no
I was
idea
ready to
how
jump
to
off
get
a cliff.
down. No idea at all. So how are we all today?
I always remember that I don't have my notes like at the worst possible time, like right before we go live.
Right at the end of that movie, yes, of the intro.
Yeah.
That's okay. Mine are out. I can't even reach mine. And to get to mine, I have to pull down the green screen because it's blocking the cupboard doors where mine are fit. So, yeah, that's where mine end up. Oh, well. So, how are we all today?
I'm good. I am actually sleepier than usual today.
Oh no.
So forgive me for a lack of lucidity. I'll be doing my best.
I don't know if that's a
So-
good thing for us or a bad thing.
Just
It's
means
all just a
shorter
dream.
Game. Shorter game, it sounds like.
Yeah, maybe. It depends on how it goes. It could end up being very short indeed.
Depending on how we
Splat.
choose to get off the
That
edge.
sounds that sounds
ominous.
vaguely threatening.
It's only
I would hope so.
a little bit. I do like the background wheel. That's an awesome background. I didn't say
Oh,
in
thank you
pre-show
very
I did
much.
like it.
Oh, thank
And
you for saying
if-
it live.
If you just
I
move it
appreciate
a little bit across, you can almost get a halo of the moon.
Oh yeah, I know.
Or should the moon be blood red
It's because
moon? Just match
it's because
Ash's
there's
character?
boxes. There's boxes back there. No one look behind, okay?
You
Um,
can't like you can't see it on the stream, but we can see it. There's like a panda
edge.
just peeking out from the side. Like,
Yeah.
it's not-
Oh, yeah,
There is.
background. It wasn't big enough. The background wasn't big enough. So
I didn't even
did my
see the bear.
best.
The little
Surprise panda is always watching.
yeah.
No one expects the
Hey, we
surprise
found you.
panda.
We found you his fine steed. You just ride a panda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How fast can pandas run?
What size are
That'd be a question.
pandas?
Well, it's more of a case of how fast can they breed. Well, it's very, very slowly.
Panda speed. MPH. Here we go. Let me see. 20 miles an hour, so they're pretty fast.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
Just a little bamboo stalk in front of the panda.
Apparently,
Okay,
the
that's the
fastest human
homebrew.
runners, the fastest
Doesn't
human runners
support
can
it.
run faster than a panda. So that's
But the average would not be.
That checks out.
That does check out. If this homebrew is accurate with 40 feet, most of us couldn't outrun the panda. But our monk could.
that checks
Ava
out.
could.
Yeah,
Except for
that
the
checks
monk.
out, yeah, Ava good.
Yeah.
Who will be running towards the panda into danger.
Probably.
Not an
It's probably
not
too
an
much.
accurate.
If I could ride into danger on a panda, I would be happy.
If only Ava was a tabaxi.
That's true.
Is there a panda tabaxi? Wait, no, tabaxi are cats. Is there?
Tabaxi.
Is there a panda monk? I know there's a kung fu
The-
panda.
There, you could play a werebear.
that would be probably the same thing.
The
God,
blood hunter, oath of the Lycan, a monk, multi-class.
Ah, how do you explain to people that you got bit by a panda though? That wouldn't make any sense.
Eat your hand. You're trying to feed it some bamboo.
You took a nap and like your hand was on some
Yeah.
bamboo or something.
You see, this film, Kung Fu Panda, is totally ironic.
I will point out that in the Rusty Daggers, you're really close to actually meeting a werebear.
Oh, really?
And not a
Oh.
friendly one.
Oh.
Oh,
The one
no,
which will
no.
be
Where was
there.
the werebear?
Well, that would be
Where was
spoilers
it?
in case anyone else wants to play that game.
That's fair.
Yeah. But you were pretty close to actually running into one, or walking into one, really. So let's get back into this. The audio that you probably hear in the background, which I've turned down, let's put it back up, is from Syrinscape. Syrinscape is amazing audio for all your role playing online and offline. It's amazing. Go check them out. And they're just releasing the 3rd chapter for Descent into Avernus for the Super Sirens.
Yes.
For everyone else, it's coming out soon. I haven't had a look at it yet because I don't control the audio for this game.
I've had a quick look, and it does contain spoilers.
So I'll
by
be having a
virtue
look
of
at
the
it after
ti-
this game.
Quickly, everyone
By
download
virtue
it
of
and look
the-
at it.
By virtue of the titles of the tracks, there
Yeah.
are spoilers.
Yeah, I've because I knew the other one for this chapter, I kind of knew some of the titles of the chaps, and I'm like, I'll ignore them. But yeah, I do like the music. That's really cool. And so much. So anyway, so my name is Carl Goblin. I'm playing Rorik, essentially the fed up soldier who just he's just like, he'll do the good thing eventually, but it's not his base personality type. Technically he's a paladin for the moment. Technically he's a paladin. It's about as much as I'll go into that one, but Will.
Yes, hello everybody. I am Will. I play Ash, the Fire Genasi Artificer, and she is fiery, supposed to be spunky, but I don't know. Fully sarcastic, which is, I don't know why. And yeah, she is not enjoying her time in hell. You know, probably give it like a 1 out of 5 stars at TripAdvisor. It's not that great, but it's okay.
It doesn't have
but yeah.
enough Airbnbs, is that right?
Yeah, there's not enough Airbnbs here. You know, it's not.
Should
like
we
the rest
call
of
it
the world,
Hell
you know,
B&B?
it's fine.
Fire
Maybe.
Fire
B&B.
B&B.
Fire barbecue. All right, that's me. Pass.
Hi everyone, I'm Del. I've been playing Reservoir, your Water Genasi sorcerer. You know, pretty much the same. Not enjoying hell, not enjoying the residents of hell, even the ones who solve our problems. Very suspicious. Not a good time. MLP.
Hello, I'm Mr. Producer. I play your Dwarven Barbarian, Burlock Ungart, who's had a bad day. Week, month.
Life.
Well, I was going to say that. There was a good day. Had good barbecue, smoked brisket. He loved it. And yeah, a lot of stuff has happened, and hopefully we'll see how it goes. Emmy?
Hi, I'm Emmy Robert, but you guys can call me Emmy. I play Ava, the human monk. Yeah, same here. Not enjoying hell, but Ava's probably the last person who's like optimistic. So
Wait a week.
wait a week. Yeah,
You've been in hell for 2 days.
yeah.
It
Wait,
feels
wait.
like 19 episodes. No, wait. How many episodes have we been here for?
19. This is the
I
19th.
This is the 19th episode, but we've probably only been in hell for like 9 episodes.
Wait,
I
when
think it
did
was
Del
a
join?
round episode.
6? Did I join at 13? I don't know.
Hang on.
I don't remember
You joined on 13.
exactly when. Yeah, so it's been 6 episodes that you've been in
Oh.
hell.
Yeah.
Feels longer.
It's in a lifetime.
Oh, next episode's Big 20.
Big 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Typically, that's when we do the whole overlay redo. But this is our 3rd overlay already for this game, so that's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you may not have
That's-
noticed the little changes, but there's been a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of like replacing it one bit at a time.
Actually, I think it's about the 5th version of this overlay. When I
Yeah.
think about it, it's pretty bad. Lorian?
Yes, I am the DM formerly known as Sky. I have been doing some rebranding in the past few weeks, and I'm now going by Lorian Ross, as is a branding name. I'm still, using Sky Blue Shinks as like a private name, but forward-facing public appearances, I'm going by Lorian Ross. And if we are all ready, shall we delve into today's episode of
Never ready.
Saints and Sinners?
Let's
I would-
do it. Let's go.
That is the
I'm
least I
so
could
ready.
hope for. When last we left our heroes, Ash the Genasi Artificer, Ava the Human Monk, Burlock the Dwarf Barbarian, Reservoir the Genasi Sorcerer, and Warwick the Human Paladin. The party, having resuscitated Alder Ravengard from his and cleansed him of this possessive helmet that had sort of affixed itself to his head. Ava, having touched the metal, was compelled to put the helmet on herself, upon which she saw remarkable visions of landscapes, battles, armies, chaos, and a curious visage which she then relayed to the party of Lulu, the flying golden miniature elephant Hollyphant that had been accompanying the party. Now, with part of her memory restored with thanks to this vision, Lulu has directed the party towards the next potential lead they have to solving the mystery and of Elturel's descent to the hells of Beata, and perhaps finding out info about a mysterious blue sword which Ava also saw in her visions. Spurred on by this new revelation, the party seek now to finally leave the damned city of Elturel and venture out onto the plains of Avernus. So, you currently stand on the precipice of a 500-foot fall down from the ruined edges of the city streets, down to fire and carnage, as you look over clashing armies of demons and devils fighting in the cataclysmic blood war on the banks of the river Styx. The city, floating high above the ground of the blasted hellscape, is suspended only by 7 pillars, each supporting huge wrought black iron chains which ever so gradually pull the city further downwards into the river Styx. What would you like to do?
So,
Go back to
Go
Baldur's
home.
Gate.
any ideas?
Well,
If we could throw rocks into the fight, that'd be fun. We can throw bricks at them. At this height, it'd really hurt, but I don't think that's going to help us getting down ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to join the war. We're just
Does
trying
anyone-
to,
Does
go
anyone have a
across.
500-foot rope?
Let me check. Let me check if I have one.
Not on me? I
oh,
left it back
sorry,
in Baldur's
sorry.
Gate, sorry.
I only have a 450-foot rope. Unfortunately, it's a little bit short.
So, those pillars, do they go all the way down?
No, the pillars are embedded in the side of the city, and then they are attached to chains, which are then attached to little spires fixed into the ground itself of the
So
the hellish
there is
landscape.
technically something attached to the ground.
There is chains, wrought iron chains of black metal. Each are about 20 feet across.
I don't
They are
think we can climb those down.
I mean,
They are
might also
each chain link is 30 foot long, 20 feet wide, and formed of welded iron which is 5 feet thick. They are colossal. Each the size of a building.
I might
elephant. Which way? Which way?
I mean, I can fly. I don't have a problem. Can you, any of you fly?
No.
I might be able to.
Really?
What?
What?
It would take one of my best spells, but I might be able to.
Really?
Fly?
Will you be able to carry
Yes.
us, though?
Perhaps. Probably no more than one of you.
Well, who wants to die? Who wants to die with a blue girl? You? All right, soldier.
Okay.
You.
Have I just been volunteered? This is how we work now.
I thought we were going to draw straws or something, but if you insist, you can go first.
But what about the rest of us? Like everybody.
Take
I'm-
turns.
Could walk. I
would only have. You say we think it's about 500 feet down?
Yeah.
I could probably come back and get a few,
I mean,
perhaps.
there's
How long do you have with this spell?
Presuming nothing decides to come attack me, an hour.
How about we assume that they do?
Let's see.
That would not be good.
Well, how fast can you move this?
I would say probably about. Give me a second. I'm doing math.
I throw a loose rock or loose piece of rubble over the side. So, I assume
I mean,
you
I
can
think
fly
I
that
could-
fast.
I think I could probably make it there and back in a little over a minute.
There is another option.
Mm.
We have the bag.
Huh?
You don't put things alive in the bag.
You said not to put anything live in the bag. Did you want to jump in the bag? You can if you want. I open it.
It's getting out, which is the issue,
Yeah. You can get in, but
and
not out.
the lack of being able to breathe.
Just a small problem. I mean, we can't breathe in the bag. How long can we... I've never even tested. This is a new invention, or at least based off of something else. I don't know how long exactly you can stay in the bag, but I feel
Like,
as
is
if
it small in there?
it's more of a void. If you ever been in a void before, it's more of like a vacuum, you know. It's like,
Would we?
you know, it's like getting all of your
we-
oxygen sucked out. It's...
Oh, 'cause I was
So,
gonna say,
like
could we hold our
a royal
breath?
court.
Ash, because you've specifically created this enchantment, you would know that the bag only holds 20 cubic feet, which is approximately 3 feet, a 3 foot on either side cube.
That's plenty of room.
I mean, whoever's flexible. We can't fit all of us in there. Fit one maybe, but just depends. How big of a bird are we talking about, or how big of a flying creature are we talking about?
Bird, it would be correct. Owl, I think, would probably be best.
No eagles, no hawks, no gigantic dragons.
Dragons?
No.
I can't quite manage a dragon. I think. Let me. I just literally realized that I could use this spell for this purpose. So, like, I researched so many other things and I didn't research the birds.
Because bird is the word.
Bird.
If anything, we can just try to cross, and I can make it so that you'll fall slowly to your death. Not exactly to your death, but you'll fall slowly.
But how do you, like, falling slowly is not one thing you would want to do. You want to be able to get down there quickly. Falling slowly just means if there's something that's going to attack us, they're going to have more opportunity to see us and then attack us.
I know, but if you fall straight to the floor, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't matter if anything attacked you. You'd become just paste.
And we are directly over the river Styx, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
There's a battle, like, literally right below us.
It would also be ideal to
not go there.
land on land, not in the
I
river.
don't feel like going for a bath in the river Styx.
Could you turn yourself into a duck?
I don't think ducks fly
I
very
like
much.
water, and I think that particular body of it might be a bad idea.
Just a suggestion.
It's 20 feet wide. Obviously, if we fall, we can slip, but I think we
Okay,
can walk across. It's possible to try and skirt it across. And
What's 20 feet
how
wide?
how the chains?
Chains.
Oh,
They're massive.
They are large.
but they're not stable. They're moving. If we're on that moving, it's not going to be easy for us to balance
They're
on
not,
and calm
just
down.
to clarify, they're not constantly moving.
But if
Just
they move,
once every
Is there
hour or
one-
so.
Is there one that's nearby?
Yes. For the sake of argument, you're about looking over the precipice, standing about several hundred feet from the nearest one. Let's say, if you're on the map, you guys are there, for instance.
right near all the flamey fire stuff. Yay!
Oh yeah, that
Wow.
that probably doesn't help the fact that the base of those are usually on fire.
I'm sure that we can try and skirt it down. I don't want. The problem is that even if we get attacked, the bird that she turns into is going to be attacked as well.
It's for Bo can
Yeah,
dive down
I think-
quickly.
Honestly, I
Really?
think either way's risky.
I think everything's a risk right now. If we stay
Would
here,
I have a question. Can we like hold our breath in the bag and live?
The bag can
You-
only fit like one or two people.
You don't know.
I've never gone
You could-
into the bag
You,
before.
if you could certainly try.
'Cause I was gonna say like maybe we could fit. Cause like I'm flexible, Burlock's short, and Warwick could go in, and then you're ranged, so you could help protect. Reservoir. If we could fit in the bag, but I don't know if that's a smart idea to get in the bag.
I mean, did you want to try? We're still on solid ground right now. Did you want to try? Here, open it. Get in the bag. Just try. You're fixated on this. Just get in the bag. Come on.
Well,
I've never tried it before.
How wide is the opening?
It's a satchel, really. The opening is not that large. It's large enough to where it's like probably about maybe 1.5 feet wide.
I
So as
mean-
big as like shoulders.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, Ava being super nimble could probably get in the bag. I don't think anyone else could.
I will say make a dexterity check. This
If
is
I-
how
if
well
I-
you. This is how well you can contort yourself.
I'm.
Not
still-
acrobatics, because it's not jumping around and being quick. This is contortion, which doesn't have an ability check associated with it, so I'm going for straight dex.
I'm trying to decide if I really want to get in the bag.
If you want to, that's the check you gotta make.
Because I'm probably the only person who can. Dang it! No, that's a bad idea. I should.
Very bad idea.
Just holding the bag open. She's just looking at it. It's like, all right, we're not getting in the
like
bag, I
standing
guess.
there seriously thinking about it.
Burlock throws a stone into it, see if he listens to it fall.
You hear nothing. The stone just goes in and disappears into like a darkness.
Yeah, no, not me.
Guess not then.
Theoretically, how many riders could I fit if I were a huge animal? Because I just found something in the BGM.
First of all, you don't have access to every single creature in the monster manual. Only things Reservoir will have seen. So depending
That's
on what
beast shape, not polymorph.
is that so? Ah, okay, interesting.
that's
She's
true.
read
Interesting.
about. She's read
Yeah.
about the giant eagles. She's read
Right,
Lord of the
yeah.
Rings. She's read it before.
I was
Okay,
thinking of
a
giant
huge
Hathaway.
creature
Oh, she like froze.
I would
on
say-
that giant grin.
I would
You
say
know- oh, there you go.
what creatures specifically?
So specifically, I'm looking at the, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher this name. Quetzalcoatlus. It's one of the dinosaurs in there. So I guess that's fair. If dinosaurs didn't even exist in here, then that's possible.
They
Well, how well read is Reservoir?
Reservoir is pretty well read. She's got an intelligence of
these
17.
this is the Forgotten Realms. They do exist on Chult. So I mean, sure.
I can make like an intelligence check or something.
Yeah, I
You
would
do
say
have
make an
inspiration
intelligence check.
And the D4.
Maybe like a
The chat's D4.
history.
Just in case.
That is ugly bird.
You have inspiration in the chat's D4.
Add the D4.
Which one?
Okay,
Do you
I'll
wanna
use
use
the
them?
D4. I'll use the D4.
This is a good use for a D4.
Mhm.
If I ever saw one.
Oh,
No!
Oh, and I got a 1.
No. Can I use Flash of Genius to help her out?
Yes, you
Because
can.
it's in a. Alrighty. You're thinking of God, there was a corpse before. I remember. It's the giant. It's the ugly bird. I've seen a corpse of it. The beak, at least. I've seen it. Plus
A
5.
19. 19. I would say you have heard of that, yes. You have
I can
heard
just
of
imagine Reservoir and Ash just walking around going, playing the arms, flipping the arms, trying to visualize in their head.
I take out the piece of paper and I use my my magical what's the ability again? I use what's it called? What is it called? Magical tinkering. I make a picture of the bird, just the piece of paper. Just is this what it looks like? Is this what you're
Yes.
thinking of?
Yes, that's it. And it's much larger than any other flying creature, I would think. I might be able to get more than. You can enlarge things, can't you?
I can. If you.
Yes!
If this is what we need.
If it's not already enough to get us all across, that might be.
so we're getting a humongous duck. Fantastic.
It's not a duck. It is
A
a
hummingbird?
disgusting creature.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Bird?
if all of us can fit on it, then 1, 2, 3. Then, if there's 4 of us, someone could be lifted by the beak, can't they? Isn't it pretty?
How big is this bird?
It's not.
Like, can't we just like ride on the back or something?
Perhaps it may be enough, and it's fast.
What we need to do is go down for the most part, so that's going to be fast.
And if nothing else, it could get us to a place where we aren't, over the river Styx. If we do
Or
end
the-
up falling, then would you still
end up
have your
falling.
ability?
Exactly. That sounds like a good idea. Unless anyone else has anything to offer, then I guess
I think that's
that's.
probably our best
I
idea.
suppose the other thing I could do is I could turn 2 of us into them.
You could turn
But-
me into the giant bird.
It would take quite a bit of my ability for the day.
Wait. Could you turn me into the giant bird? Because like
No, don't.
if we
Don't
if-
give her
if,
wings.
If we
Mm.
get
Do not give her
attacked,
wings.
I'm not going to be able to do anything in the air.
It's the same thing for them too as well. What are you talking about?
Well, reservoir. Well, turn one of them 2 into a bird. I know that reservoir's got some brain attacks, so she can like.
That's
throw.
fair. I do have some ranged spells, yes.
I'm completely useless at a distance.
We can turn Chirpy and Short Stack into birds. How about
I
that?
will have to say, you won't be very smart birds.
So
okay.
the change will be.
Depends. Can the birds do geometry, or basic math, or algebra? I don't think. I think all we need to do is get to the bottom. That's it.
Yes,
all we
I
do.
imagine they could
Math.
tell friend from foe and hopefully food from not food, but I wouldn't bet on that.
If you can turn into one big humongous bird and we can all fit, then let's go for it.
I think one big humongous bird is probably.
How far do we need to go? About 10 miles. Maybe we can glide
Preferably
down
away
towards
from
that.
the fighting.
Definitely away from the fighting.
Well, there's no time like the present. If we're gonna do this, the time is ticking. We got to do this now.
Are we able to signal the bird people? Could they come up to us?
They're really far away.
Just a thought. Flying is not our natural environment. Neither is floating cities, though.
Flying's natural.
Exactly. Falling's wait, no. Let's avoid that.
Either way.
So who's getting turned into a bird?
Cock.
Do we need one or
I
two?
think.
Probably only one.
Hopefully only one.
Let's do
I
one.
hear Belloc.
Is that...
It's
Oh
my
my.
take.
Yeah.
I feel that specifically Ava would be not suited to be a bird. If you gave her wings, she'll fly away. Just fly away. And I think obviously
Yeah, I'll fly
Our
away with
dwarf.
you guys on my back, and we'll be.
Into
our
awesome.
dwarf
combat.
is much
I'm
much more
not
reliable. I think.
suicidal. I'm not about to run into a wall.
No, you're going to fly into a battle.
I suppose the one fair thing would be, while you wouldn't be smart, you would still be you. And I think, having seen it in a vision, you would know where we're trying to go best.
I have a rough idea. I at least know what it looks like.
Yes.
Oh, elephant, can you lead us to where the bird? Can you just lead?
I could try. Yeah. It's kind of on the horizon.
Perfect. Then whoever's turning into the bird, just follow the elephant, the brightly glowing elephant, and then we'll be fine. Perfect.
I am concerned about all that.
And she kind of looks upwards, and you do see, even in the sky, there are many winged shapes flying in and about, clashing, colliding, falling.
How do we not see that?
Well,
Maybe best to
we don't
just-
look up, generally speaking.
Get down as fast as possible. And
Yeah, I think
perhaps
that's our
walk.
main.
Does
concern
anyone
is
actually have any ideas? I feel like I've been debating this for how long now?
Well,
Well,
our
a long
only
time.
idea is the giant bird.
Yeah,
Or
I
just
would suggest
jumping
that we
off.
could just walk it. Just walk it. If anyone falls, then I can make sure you don't fall to your death, but you may meet your death at the ground from all those enemies.
But
or
how
rather,
many
in the river
can you do
Styx.
that for?
I can do up to 6, I believe.
Honestly, I feel like that we've got a better chance of surviving if we go as a bird and fly down.
We don't need to go far, just not on the river Styx and mostly straight
not,
down.
Not in the middle. Yeah, not in the middle of a battle. We just need to get down.
Lulu, can you teleport us?
No, I cannot do that. Sorry.
Can
Make this a lot easier.
you turn us into birds?
No. I
Can-
can glow, and I can trumpet. And I can poke things with my tusks.
And we love you.
Oh, we
for
haven't
it.
seen that part yet.
Mhm.
I'm always too nervous to do it.
Can you turn us into
That's
elephants
alright,
that
dear.
fly?
I really don't think I can, sorry.
Worth a try.
Alright, well, I'm gonna walk over to where the chains are. Can I find a way for us to climb down at least? Or just like look around and see?
There
Any
are
possible way.
they are large, and they are so large that, I mean, 5 feet across. It's quite a stable platform, and they are pulled taut, so there's a little movement. If you were to
How
take it
smooth?
slowly and carefully, you could sort of gingerly climb your way across with not too much effort.
How smooth is it?
Not very smooth. They are rugged, raw iron. There's no such thing as polished metal down here.
'Cause
So
I
there
was
is a
just
lot
wondering.
of imperfections that could be handholds.
So if we did slip, it's not just. It's
Gone.
not easy to slip. Yeah,
You wouldn't think so, no.
we
Okay.
can save ourselves.
Alright.
Chains
there's a
or
good
bird?
option.
It's
I
also-
feel that chains.
Possible if one of us slips.
If you slip,
Depending
you're
on
dead,
how-
basically.
Yes.
If any of us slips, we don't have much of a chance to stop or turn into something floating, or for you to
I
turn
don't
into a
think I
bird
could
to then
turn you
catch
into a
us.
bird in time.
I don't think we're going to have much of a chance for that.
I think
There's-
the bird
there's
is
not
the
much of a
best
backup.
option.
And if Ash is the one that slips, that's the one that's making us float if we slip. So then we don't have that backup. I mean, we can
It
tie
looks
ourselves
to be
into.
stable enough. I mean, if you want to tie yourselves to, it's a 500-foot chain.
To each other.
We don't have
We
enough
all
rope
slip.
for it. Oh, well, if you want to die with each other, that's fine with me. I mean,
I think going the
Let's-
chain wouldn't be very safe.
then the bird. I feel if we go along the chain,
At least with the bird, we can control our descent, and we'll have plenty of people who can at least do something at range and defend ourselves a little bit.
All right. Bro just stands there. Bird me.
okay.
I start taking off all my armor and ask politely if I can place it into the bag.
Oh,
And some
yeah,
of my
that's fine.
weapons.
Oh, it's fine. Well, not the big ones, not the ones you've been looting. You can leave those here. We're coming back, right?
I've still got my big ones, and I've donated the others for the refugees so they can help defend themselves.
Yeah, just put it in the bag then. It's fine. You have to skirt around me. I don't really care about you.
Oh.
Anyway. So,
Right. One bird.
one bird, hopefully.
I am going to say a small prayer, and I am going to polymorph Burlock into a Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay. First things
Um,
first, I need you to roll a d20.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's a thing.
yeah.
It would be
if
so
she if
dumb
she
if you
bec-
get a
if she
one.
becomes a pot, then it's easier to transport her. It's
Right.
fine.
Oh, that's a different result than what's on the dice. But no, 15, you're fine.
No, there's
Wait,
two
what?
dice. One's
Oh,
a
no.
15.
Yeah, the other one was hidden behind Zoom. Okay. It's okay. So,
Damn.
Thank
you
goodness.
focus down this spell you've been studying, and you reach out, and Burlock, you feel a sort of a glow surrounds Burlock as his form becomes a glowing silhouette that starts to grow and expand. And suddenly, Burlock, you find yourself a huge, humongous form, leathery wings to either side, a large sort of almost bird-like beak. In fact, I have potentially an image for you.
What's the
of
exact
this.
name of it?
It's
Quetzalcoatlus.
yeah.
You could
There you are.
could
That's
someone
what
spell
Burlock
that?
looks like now.
And that's about the size.
Oh hell yeah!
Can we have a shift Z?
It is.
And as you do, Burlock, you sounds. You have an intelligence of 2.
So not much difference then.
Oh wow, he looks.
I like wave.
Burlock puts his head
Just
down
as-
so he can get like a scratch under the chin.
All right, well, how many people does it look like a bird person can carry?
It looks like potentially. This thing looks. It looks lithe. It doesn't. It looks like it might be a bit of a struggle for all 4 of you.
Well,
It
I
could
walk over.
possible, certainly. Particularly if some are held within the talons, maybe.
I'll go talons.
All four on the back.
we didn't want to be risky, right? I guess I could do this. I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, just-
I reach
just
into the bag.
make it even bigger.
I take out a couple of little bags of powder and just kind of like
Wait,
mix them
how
together
long
and
does
just
the bigger thing last?
for a minute.
It's enough
good
to get
enough.
down.
Okay.
And
just need
just
to get
blow the
down.
powder. Blow the powder.
You now
onto
see-
the bird.
What was once a 30-foot wingspan now grows and expands to this colossal beast with 60 feet from tip to tip of the wingspan. This huge, colossal figure now stands on the precipice of the earth moat that holds the city of Elturel, looking over the edge.
I now
Right.
dub you the
Okay,
Spruce
um,
Goose.
Before we catch too much attention, maybe.
Let's get on. Let's get out
let's
of
climb. Let's climb. I
Well-
dibs the front.
Yeah, I grab rope and I tie everyone to a rope buddy.
Yeah.
I,
here. See if we can tie ourselves in. If not,
yeah.
whatever we can do.
Just for speed and see, can just you all rope yourselves each other first, and then you've cast a spell. Casting large. But otherwise, it's going to work well.
Okay, so we all get on.
We're
Yep.
in.
We're on a bird.
Okay.
Let's.
Okay.
Motherfucking bird.
And I
Dinosaur.
Follow the flying elephant.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll lead the way.
Sneaky creature.
I think there might be a way through here. Follow me.
Okay. We've only got a minute.
So,
To the ground.
a huge flap of the wingspan. The fires to either side of you are extinguished in one swoop of the wings as smoke and dust is billowed out behind you. Burlock, you in your appropriately t-shirted Jurassic World, your Jurassic form, takes off into the sky. So who is where? On
I'm at the front,
back
yes.
of this Quetzalcoatl. So Ava
I'm-
grasping hold on the front,
Yeah,
holding
I'm
on to
right
like
behind.
the feathers coming out of the back.
Riding
reservoir
on top
behind
of
her.
it, can.
3 on top, and Warwick in the claws.
I don't know why you're down
You
there, but good
swoop
luck, I
down.
guess.
You could fit on the back, Warwick.
What?
As you take off, and as you swoop over, the scale of the blood war starts to become apparent. You see colossal creatures fighting, clawing at each other in this carnage that goes on for quite a ways into the distance. You see huge winged towering devils with helmets, holding battle standards, huge great axes and cleavers in fierce battle positions, pushing back against encroaching demons. You see all this carnage. You see winged creatures flying, colliding with each other, clawing into each other. Where you see demons falling, they just melt into puddles of ooze and guts and ichor, whereas the devils that fall collapse and remain motionless, their forms still intact. And as you're flying, this colossal form gets noticed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you're flying, two creatures that would look like giant vulture-like entities break off from a pack and start to head in your general direction. Let me give you a handout to what these look like. As you peek forward, you see these huge winged vulture-like creatures screech and start to head right towards you.
What's the flight
Unavoidable.
speed? Flight speed of 80 feet. Does that mean that?
80 feet. Does it get bigger because you're
That's
bigger?
what I was going to say, because I'm bigger for 1 minute. Does that
It-
increase to 160 feet?
It does not.
Just
That
dive.
would-
get
otherwise
us
it
to
would
the ground.
Otherwise it would
Yeah.
say so in the spell. So where
That
are
would
you
be more
heading?
haste.
Where are you
Oh.
heading?
I'm following the elephant.
Where's Lulu heading?
We
Lu-
need to basically we're trying to find a safe place to land. That's all we need is a
That-
safe place to
I
land.
think not over the river Styx.
Not over the river.
You
Styx.
see
Or the blood wall.
you see a patch of relatively clear ground to near one of the posts into the ground where the chain ends. You could perhaps try your luck and go further out, but the enlarged spell has a time limit.
Hmm.
It does.
Opinions?
Just as
What would
fast
you
as
like
the
to
floor
do?
we can. We can navigate as best as we can on the floor. We just need to
Starts
get to the
diving
ground
down
as
to get to the
fast
ground
as
as
We
quick
need
as
to go
possible,
down.
trying to beat the birds.
We also don't want to be in the air if I drop concentration.
Yeah.
As they do, one of the birds gets you go into a dive, heading straight downwards. Lulu catches on quickly and follows you, easily keeping pace with you with her incredible speed. But one of the demons catches up. While it doesn't nearly get close enough to you to attack with its claws, it gets close enough and lets out this shriek. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh.
As this deafening
Oh.
screech rings in all of your ears. Burlock,
Oh.
using the Quetzalcoatl stats, not
I'm
your
just looking
own.
now. It's 13 plus 1.
Yeah, so you just got a +1 to con. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Oh,
I'm
no.
just hoping it
Just-
makes you scared. Oh gosh.
So you can just add 1 to that one, so
Mm.
it's 12.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, it's 11 for me.
11.
Yeah, 'cause
well, no,
con-
you rolled
rolled
a
from
natural.
your-
You rolled a natural 5, plus
Oh,
1
okay.
is 6.
Oh, because I hit con. Oh,
You
I'm a-
hit
I'm a
con on
silly
your
boy.
sheet.
You hit
Yeah.
you hit Burlock's con, not a Quetzalcoatl's con.
You
I'm a
should've
silly
just
boy.
rolled a D20 and
yeah.
Okay.
Oh well. What do you want to do for that one? Just go with that one.
So here's what happens.
Would you like my inspiration for that?
Before I say what the results are, is there anything anyone would like
Would you
to
like
do?
my
Any
inspiration for that?
inspiration?
Burlock. MLP?
Yes.
yeah, please. Otherwise, we're all gonna
I'm
be
offering
flat
it
on the ground.
because I'm in
Wait,
your claws.
save your inspiration. I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points. Well, no, because the D4 won't even.
No.
Fuck.
So
I can add 5. I can add 5 to it.
Oh.
have
Take the
Flash of Genius.
inspiration.
I got
Roll
5.
again. You
Take
rolled
the
a
inspiration.
5.
So roll a d20.
24.
Yep, roll a d20.
And add 1 to
God,
it.
if it's like paralysis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're fine.
I'm offering it because I'm in your claws, and I might be the one thing you get distracted about and let
All
go.
right. Okay. You feel this. But so, Emmy,
Yep.
Ava, Ash, and Reservoir. You are stunned for 6 seconds.
Oh no!
Okay.
I need you all. What would this be? I need you all to make athletics checks.
Oh, to hold on.
Oh no. Oh god.
Stunned is terrible.
Doesn't break
I'm
concentration.
proficient.
Does it?
I'm rolling terribly today.
Wow, all of us are equally terrible.
There is one last
DC was-
inspiration.
DC was 10.
Oh.
You all manage to grasp hold, like as your muscles tense, your fingers tighten on the grip you have on Burlock's dinosaur form, and Burlock, you almost feel this. You almost feel like you're about to drop out of the sky as this shriek enters your ears, but something in a fit of desperation and fear, knowing that if you plummet could spell disaster, you force yourself to remain lucid. You fight through the psychic assault on your brain, and you start to outpace this creature as you leave it behind, being faster than it.
Just grabbing hold as best as I can.
300 feet from the ground. 200 feet. Are you heading straight down, or are you heading... Where are you going?
We're going to the safe spot.
It's
All
that
right.
spot.
Where the
You
invisible
swoop
stalkers
down.
are marshalling.
You swoop down, and even here, the chains are a good 30 or so feet from the front lines of the battle. But even so, you swoop down, land on the other side of this huge colossal pillar, as your form starts to shrink. You have about 30 feet to go before Burlock suddenly shrinks. Once again, everyone make athletics checks.
Yeah.
Apart from Warwick, because Warwick, you are in the talons. The tight gets tighter on you, but everyone else.
I would change the
Including
grapple.
Bella?
Finally.
I'll change the grapple from the talons grappling me to me holding onto the what's left of the talons.
Yeah, can I use Flash of Genius to make myself at 10?
All right,
There is
Get
an
that
inspiration
too.
still in the party.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've
that's up
got
to Dan.
some.
Yeah.
Ash,
I'm looking to see if I have other things too.
as he shrinks, you fall off. But in a moment of lucid, inspiration, you grab your rope from the bag of holding and you throw it out. And Ava, both Ava and Reservoir catch it and hold on as you kind of whoosh underneath. And you all head down and land on the other side of one of these colossal pillars.
We're on the ground.
I just
Are you
tumble
okay?
out.
Again.
You are close to the river, quite close to the river, but on the other side, there is just carnage. And right now, the sounds of battle are filling your ears, deafening. Shall we? Do you remain in your Quetzalcoatl form?
I don't
Mm.
drop it.
You don't drop it. Okay, good to
No.
know.
Solid ground.
Let's get out of here. Let's start moving.
Just
need to
in
make-
case.
need to make
But
an
that
adjustment.
you might want to reduce his visual effect so we can hide.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
I drop in large.
Yeah, if we're
Enlarge is gone. Enlarge is already gone.
Oh, it's been gone. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's why you had to roll the checks.
if
Hold on.
if Warwick says we're gonna hide, I will drop concentration on polymorph.
Okay. The form drops, and you crouch behind this pillar. I'd like everyone to make stealth checks.
Not disadvantage for once.
No, you took off your armor.
And
I
let's
didn't
watch
take
me
off
roll
my
a
armor.
1.
Cloak of Elvis, so I get
Quick
advanced.
question about that. Looking at
Yes.
fast movement, you can move stealthy while traveling at a normal pace. Does that count for this thing, or just
That is for travel.
okay?
So normally, if you're trying to be stealthy, you have to move at half speed.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be stealthy while moving with your full movement.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. There
Okay.
you go, stealth.
Let's head over to a map, shall we?
This is not good.
Is it oh my god.
Oi!
This is not good. And this
Crouching
was the
behind a pillar. Yeah. This is one of the few spots where there is minimal fighting, and even then, the battle right over there, not 30 feet from you, is raging at its fullest.
Oh my
Huge
God.
pits open in the ground filled with corpses. To your north, you see malformed sludge-like creatures in pain and writhing, kind of wander aimlessly towards the battle, slowly, almost miserably, knowing that they'll have no stakes in this fight, that they are due for annihilation, but ordered they go regardless. You see huge, bloated, almost human-like figures trudge towards the landscape like a distended, bloated corpse, their mouth and eyes sewn shut, but still they trudge towards the battle. Would you like to see some really gross art?
Yes.
Shift Z,
Yeah, sure,
please.
why not?
Yes.
You see this creature,
Oh, gross.
a writhing mass of flesh with an agonized face, and you see this creature.
Oh.
Ugh.
Gross.
Hey, look, it's the mum from Rise of the Rune Lords. Rise of the Goblins.
Gross.
And if you hazard a peek at the Blood War proper, you see many forms regardless. Gigantic beasts wielding flaming whips and electrified swords. Huge multi-armed women with snakes for bodies. You see gigantic pig-nosed, tusk-toothed creatures with small wings clawing their way. Gigantic pincered creatures, all manners of horrifying monstrosity, all clawing at each other, rending each other asunder.
I lean over to Lulu. Can you please tell us that the direction we're going is north?
It is.
Thank God. We don't have to go through that.
I think that would be suicide. Thank God they're preoccupied with each other, though.
We need to get out of this spot, though.
Need to go. Can we? The river is too wide for us to jump across, isn't it?
It is, yes.
And far
And
too
even
hot.
as you look, it's not hot. It's not. You don't get the sense of being next to fire. But as you kind of look at the river, you hear whispers, muttering, moaning, all heading in a direction downriver. And if you look close and peer, you can almost see faces in the water.
And it is water, like real water.
It appears to be.
If I try to shape water and like just make a bubble come out of it, like
You do. You can. You
Yes,
shape water,
okay.
gingerly lift it, and within this small bubble, you see come and
Put it
go.
back.
I drop it.
Yeah,
Quickly just
put it
go-
back.
Let me go back.
So
Just
not drinking
wanted
water.
to see if it was real water.
Well, yeah. This is what most water is like, isn't it?
No. No.
We need
Do we
to
wait
go.
until? I think we might have to wait until this second line goes into battle and then get out of here. I don't think we can
You-
fight past them though.
We need to
Wait.
head north. Get out of here.
Fast as we can. That's it.
So we're gonna wait for an opportunity for not being seen.
I mean, this is just a visual representation. As they go and join, you see more of these creatures crawl out of the river, join up, and go forward. You feel like
It's endless.
Yeah. We need to make a break. We can't go towards that battle. We need to get the other way.
Gotta run for it then.
Yeah, I think we should just.
And if we have to fight for it,
Just don't fall in the river.
That's not our choice. I don't think any of us want to go for a swim right now, but
Okay, so we're just gonna make a break for it.
Ava, this time you have permission to run and run fast.
I'm not ditching you guys.
all right,
Okay,
I
what are
don't
you all
have-
doing?
we're just gonna run.
Don't have armor.
Okay. You break cover and start to leg it. These creatures look to you. I would like you all to roll initiative.
oh no. Oh, no.
Nuts.
I don't have armor. What are you talking about?
Oh, what?
Yikes.
Oh, we should have let you put your armor back on.
Takes like 10
10 minutes.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't good.
I'm rolling so shit.
Wow, today's rolls have not been good. Oh my
It's almost like a
goodness.
playing. It's almost like a playing
Oh.
Relics and Rogues. Whatever the
Oh.
last.
Rogues and
Wow.
refugees.
Thank you.
This
Wow,
is
these
significantly
rolls-
less humorous.
It's funny
I'm
to the
actually
demons.
I'm actually tempted to run that just as its own standalone.
Oh yeah.
It's incredibly fun.
But as that same non-serious.
Hmm.
Okay. And finally, let me get Lulu.
And throw her into the fight as a sacrifice.
Okay.
Emotional support.
Despite the abysmal rolls, Ava, you're going first.
Ava always goes first. Oh jeez.
We're running to the north, not to the south, remember?
Yeah, I got that.
With Ava, just never know.
How do I do that thing where you like do lots of
Oh,
Q.
waypoints.
Q.
Q? Do I have to be on like a
Oh, you have to be on ruler. Then you can actually drag, press Q, and you want to stop. Then you can do it that way.
You can go through our squares. I will let you go through my square.
Yes, you can go through ally squares.
I'm going to I'm gonna go here, I think.
If only had your ears and you could like fly a little bit.
I'm gonna go here, and take a defensive stance.
Okay. You go and you run out into the open and you hold yourself with this creature like
Waiting for everyone to kind of go past.
Several of them notice you now. And they slowly
No,
Right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Actually,
Okay.
I'm just no. Okay, yep. Just skip. Just go.
All right. End of your turn. I'm doing them all at once for ease. These large, hulking, bloated figures start to trudge towards you. What? 5, 10, 15, 20. It's slower. It starts to head in your direction. Meanwhile, these go to join the battle below, having not really seen you. Ash, it's your turn.
Well, I guess it's time. It's ding ding. 15. 15. 30? Okay.
You can probably skirt around.
Yeah.
Running
Yeah,
the
alright. I'm skirting. So let's do 30 and 30. It's right there. I believe. Yeah. So I dash that far.
Right.
Yep.
You'd use your action to dash.
Yep.
Lulu is going to fly up to here, but she is going to stay within range of Ava. Just stay nearby.
Motion
Now it's the
support roll.
Lemure's turn.
I hope she doesn't trump.
This one goes up to you and takes a just this creature sort of and takes a wide pathetic swing at you with disadvantage. That is a 12 to hit.
Yeah, no.
You quickly duck out the way as this thing goes and takes a swing. This one is going to go one up to Ash, take a swing with a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that definitely hits.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing's feeble strike hits against your side, and it's almost doesn't do much, but it's disturbing to see this writhing figure almost mindlessly strike out against you as more of them move in closer. And as they do, more appear, and the endless tide arriving. Alright. Next up, it is... I've lost the... Next up, Reservoir, it's your turn.
I will go 30, and then I guess I'll go there since I can't end my spot. And it seems like Ava's in the most trouble, so I will Acid Splash both of those weird double things.
Right. Dex save for both of them. Boy, they sure are dexterous.
Seeing there's just a mound of flesh.
That's a 14 minus 3
That's what I'm.
for 11.
They take
Splash.
9 acid.
And this one, the Naparabo, is the Naparabo kind of like almost moves out the way as the splash goes past it, missing it. That ends your turn. Warwick, it's your go.
To there.
Just keep
Try
going.
to hit this.
Just keep going.
Okay, I'll go to there. That's where I can go to, and I'll strike on the back for the ones that didn't on there.
Okay. It does take an opportunity attack against you,
Let's see. So we go
which misses.
from here,
Mhm.
here. Oh yeah, you're right. It does take the opportunity. You're right.
It misses, however. Its slow, wide, like almost gelatinous swing, barely grazing you,
What does
not
it hit?
having any effect. It
I
doesn't
don't
hit.
have-
No,
I
it's
don't have armor on.
it rolled a 7.
Okay, my armor's not that high, much higher than 7. So it's at least higher than
No.
7. As I run past, I swing back and try to hit them in the back.
Alright.
First attack.
$11 hits.
Wow.
And with that, the first one is destroyed. Its form and just crumpling. And you see, being this proximity, you see almost a blurring effect as something from this form is sucked into the river.
Great. I attack the other one as bonus action.
Oh, nice.
That definitely hits. And and even in one strike, carving through this thing's blubber, it crumples to the ground.
Okay. Don't have any more actions to go. I've already used my bonus action, so yeah, that's done.
Burlock, as you're watching, as soon as these things fall, you're looking over the battle, you see this large white fiend with this infernal helmet, which I have art for, physical art, but not digital art, by virtue of the dice set that I received. Thanks to, so I'm just trying to find the right one. You see, this looks something like that. A huge devil holding a giant battle standard with a helmet, a tall demonic helmet, just kind of snaps towards your general direction, and it wordlessly it points, and then returns to fighting.
Oh no.
And you see amongst the carnage several of the spine devils which you fought before. About a dozen of them mobilize and start to head in your direction.
Oh no.
Okay.
From below us? From
Yes,
where we are?
from below, breaking away from the battle. Several of them who are kind of more flying up high above and peppering down the battle with spikes. Some of them break away and start to fly towards you. So,
Okay.
I'm going to need. How do you do the ruler thing?
Q.
Q,
So
thank
you move it to where you want to do the waypoint, then you press Q. It allows you to move it again.
They are going to dash.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no, no, no.
No, no.
Couldn't it just left us with those like 2 damage fellas?
Yeah.
Where would the fun in that be?
Yeah, these thick
Fun.
stick ones are fine. They're fine. They're okay, right?
It uses
fine.
words. I don't think it means what you think it means.
And
I
I
don't
think
have
how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Dozen.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Are
Let's
you
do a couple
actually
more.
putting a dozen? Are you
Let's do a
actually
couple
putting
more.
dozen?
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Well, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Okay, that ends their
Just
turn.
decided.
Burlock, it's your turn.
Bolt.
Belloc bolts.
Yeah, just
Right.
go.
Yeah. All right. So let me just check this. I can run between. Yeah.
They're both
that.
gone.
So I've
Well,
got
there's an end
70.
there.
Yeah. I'm just saying 70.
Loyan, was that other one dead?
Yes.
Did
Oh,
you finish?
yes, it is. Sorry, I
Okay.
forgot to put the X on it.
So technically, I can run 70 feet because I can use my action as that. So I pretty much end up pretty much right Oh, I hate that. I end up right here, using both my action to dash.
Okay.
And as I'm
Right.
running, I just say, "Spire damage!" Between these people. They're coming! And that's my turn. Pretty much, because I would assume that they wouldn't have seen all the spine demons coming. So I'm just
All right.
dashing, warning.
All right. By the way, as you're approaching these huge bloated creatures, they stink. The smell here is apocalyptically awful. And these things are surrounded by biting midges and flies, which not only attack them, but start to bite at you as well. Ava,
Hey, Ash,
it's your
feels
turn.
like Boulder Escape.
I'm going to move here and take a defensive stance.
All right. You hold yourself defensively. You using that as a bonus or a normal action?
That's my action. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. End of your turn. It is the Naparabo's turn. More appear from the top. And this one next to you attacks you, Ava. As it swings down. It tries to... This maw stitched together. It opens its mouth and the stitching rips, releasing this bloody maw filled with broken teeth. And it bites down towards you with disadvantage. That is going to be a 17. No, a 16.
That misses.
All right. But in anticipating, you deflect it, dodge out the way as it tries to bite down upon you, but slow and bloated. It can't get a grip. This one, 5, 10, 15, 20, is going to go for Burlock with a natural 1, which completely misses you. Not severe. Meanwhile, more start to move in. 20. Okay. Ash, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to conjure my cannon. I'm going to conjure a force ballista. So I'll just pull out the string and just conjure the force ballista, and I'm going to put it on my shoulder, so it's not going to have legs. And then I'm going to look at the one that's right next to me, and I'm going to force ballista it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Oops, it shouldn't have the... Oh my god, a 3? Really?
17 will definitely hit.
Yeah, so it does...
3 does 5 points of damage.
Well, it only does 3.
It only does 3.
I had the firearm on.
But it is pushed away from you. So
exactly what I needed. And then after it's pushed away, I just throw my ray of lightning, just the 3 stones, just straight into the flesh. And I'm going to just... Whoops, that's the wrong one. I did not mean to click that. My bad. They both have ray in it. Let's see.
Lightning ray.
7. So 7.
27 will definitely hit. 7 points of damage. It's still alive.
All right. That's the end of my
flesh
turn.
convulsing and bubbling, with the lightning scorching through it. It remains in Lulu's turn. She is once again going to get into position around you, just kind of hanging out. The Lamaray's turn. They're going to move slowly towards you at an absolute snail's pace. But move on they do.
Still a hole.
We're going to get surrounded.
That one,
We are surrounded.
this one kind of blindly going towards you, steps over onto the edge of this giant pit and just falls in.
Wow,
and
they're intelligent.
this one, That one is going to attack Burlock with a 5. That one's going to attack Ava with a natural 1. Which is not severe. And that's all they can do. Reservoir, it's your
Run
turn.
through the hole. There is a hole.
So I will
Start
go
running.
Just
here,
keep
and
running.
then I'm going to cast.
No, just keep running. Just keep running.
Cast it. Cast fireball.
Reservoir
that
would
would-
cast it. So no, not fireball.
Oh, okay.
Not fireball. Reservoir would cast acid stream.
Okay.
I don't know. Did that pop up? Yes. No. Oh, there we go.
We're about to be
So
30 feet long, 5 feet wide. Dexterity save. So for the Lemure, that is a 7. For the first Aparibo, that is a 8. The second, another 8. All 3 fail. So please
Yep.
roll 3d. So they are now covered in acid.
yeah, so they'll take damage
Yeah.
at the start of their turns.
Also, can you roll a d20, please?
Oh, yes, right.
Come on, D8.
Oh.
Fine.
Good.
What number were we looking at
Um,
for this?
And
It's the spell's level or lower,
Oh,
plus the number of
I
sorcery
use
points
any
you
sorcery
expended with that spell.
okay, so it's a very cool.
Which
yeah,
is my
so
normally it's just a 1, but I like to homebrew it so it's slightly more common.
I like it as well, even though Reservoir's not a fan. I'll also move another 5 feet. But yeah.
Warwick, top of your turn, the buzzing insects from these bloated creatures now starts to bite and nibble at you, and it's uncomfortable and itchy. Make a con save with disadvantage.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh,
You're
wow.
fine. It's
Okay.
you kind of brush them off and shake, and it's not enough to affect you or bother you. Biting gnats, you faced worse. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
1. 2 attacks of opportunity.
Hmm?
2 attacks of
Where are you
opportunity. Between Burlock and in that gap there.
You're going there.
Yep.
Can you not move your token?
I'm going there. I'm moving past that.
Right. Okay. Right. So wait, you're trying to get here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've gone
Okay.
through this
You will
gap, so
take.
2 attacks.
Yes, you do. First one is a 12, which just hits you.
Can I use a reaction to do shield?
You
Okay.
casting shield? No,
Shield.
Shield of Faith is not a reaction.
Okay, then no problem. It hits me then.
Okay. The Lemure hits you for a colossal, apocalyptic 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Nick.
and then the Parabo does as well. Goes down and takes a bite out of your shoulder, grazing the teeth. Doesn't quite bite you, but the teeth graze the side of your skin. For 7 points of damage.
Okay, they're a bit more nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 30 feet. And
That is.
I'm going to try to strike from there. Actually, no, I'm going to move again. No, I'll strike from there. We're going to get surrounded, but I'll strike. I'll do that. First, the one right next to me. Let's see what we can do. There we go.
15 hits.
Let's do smite on that. First
All
level.
right.
Oh wait, let's do smite on that. It is a fiend, I'm assuming.
It is, yes.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong button there. No crit. There we go.
Oh wow. Good damage as well. Holy shit. You jab your halberd into this thing's bloated stomach, and it charges with energy, and the thing just explodes, showering you and your surroundings with viscera and guts and blood. It
This
is
brings back memories.
completely destroyed.
And now the one behind Ash.
All right.
That's my bonus attack.
That hits.
Is it still alive? 10.
It is still alive.
And do my second attack.
And with that, striking once and then carrying through with the motion, almost the blood sort of spattering around you. You keep the momentum going, stab down at this thing once in the torso, and then rip upwards, tearing this thing's head from its shoulders. What could be remotely resembling a head and shoulders. The flesh just flies and just splats into a blob, deforming into generic piles of flesh. It's revolting, but it is killed.
And that's all my actions and bonuses.
All right. It's now the Spine Devil's turns.
This is where we're in shit.
So this one is going to fly up 40 feet, and it is going to shoot some tail spines at one at Burlock, one at Burlock, and one at Ava. So Ava with disadvantage. That is going to be a 9 to hit. So yeah, alert and on defense, you duck out the way of one of these incoming spines. Against Burlock, there's going to be an 11, which does not hit you. You, however, just block this thing out the way with your new greatsword, shearing this thing's spines from the sky. Right, and
As
more of
that's
them.
the case, then I've had to drop my because I'm using my great sword. I've got to drop my shield, so that's armor class 16. Unless is shield.
I was
No,
doing
that's
that
alright.
for flavor. If you've
No, do
got
that
your
for
shield
flavour.
up, then that's fine. Yeah.
No, flavor. I'll wear it. So I'll be using shield. Well, using the sword.
Let's see. What is the range on this? 20.
Liquid sword.
They are
You have.
they are going to. They're going to fire. They're going to keep. A bunch of them are going to fire, but they are out of range. They're going to do it at disadvantage. This one, however, is going to get in a little closer over here. As are these. They're going to sort of dash to try and. Any more? Yep, there's this one here. They come swooping out of the carnage in swarms. And there is going to be 4 attacks at disadvantage. No, 4 attacks at disadvantage, each on Burlock and Ava. Each of these tail spines. In fact, there's going to be 3 on Burlock, 3 on Ava, 2 on Reservoir. All with disadvantage because they are out of their initial range. So here we go. So first I'm going to roll them all at once, then we'll figure out damage later. Reservoir. 6? Nope. And a 16. Does a 16 hit you?
Yep.
So you take
500
You
damage.
take 5 points of piercing damage and 1 point of fire damage for 6 total. Against Burlock, a natural 2, which will miss, another natural 2, which will miss, and a natural 3, which will miss. Against Ava, natural 2, natural 1, and a 8 plus 4, 12, which will also miss. These spines come flying in, a shower of razor-hot needles from these spine devils. You duck out the way, ducking behind these bloated figures, blocking them with your shield, dodging nimbly out the way. Reservoir, you get stung by 1, but for the most part, they all miss. Burlock, top of your turn.
Run.
I would like you to make a con save at disadvantage, please, as the biting insects start to gnaw at your flesh. You are completely fine. This is nothing to you.
Run.
I'm going to run. Just want to make it. Do I want to make it easier for Reservoir to get out of the way, to get rid of the this person
Don't worry
first?
about me.
Just run.
Sure. All right,
Okay.
running.
Just run. Just run. Don't worry about me.
All right. So
I got
I'm
that
going-
acid.
Okay.
Great sword.
Yes,
Reduce
don't
up
take
to
drugs.
0 health. Use your great sword. Do it.
I'm not dropping any acid.
Okay.
Go over 1 more and you won't get 1 left. And you won't get
Yeah.
attack opportunity.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So I'd go for that one.
All right. So you're talking about here?
Yeah, because if you go this way, you run past.
Yeah.
people.
All right. I still get 1 from this one here. So.
No, you don't.
It has already used its reaction to attack.
Oh,
Warwick.
okay. Sweet. And that one?
And again,
Nope. Also the same.
All right, then that's where I'm going.
Okay.
If I go anywhere further out of that, do I actually escape, or because we're going off the map? That's my concern.
Yeah, that's a tricky one because I
Spine
did not
devils.
anticipate it. They will give pursuit, so we'll take it as it comes. We might go into theater of the mind.
Yep.
There will be a stage if you just keep running and running and running. They
Yeah.
are faster than you. That's the problem.
but
Yeah.
these
So anyway,
things
just
aren't.
assume.
The others aren't.
Yeah.
The
just assume.
bloated creatures definitely aren't. They are very
No.
slow. But
We
these
just-
spine devils are fast.
We just
Hmm.
want to
They
get
will-
out of the way of the bloated creatures most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then possibly
assume
deal
that if
with
we
the
go in
others.
here to mind, I'm another 35 meters past where I am.
Okay.
So I've taken my action to dash.
All right.
You can put on your token
Okay.
the 35. Like you can do like the
What I will
coloured
do-
tabs and then do 3 on one, then 5 on the other.
What I will do is, if for the sake of argument, I'm just going to delete a large group here. If you say you run to the right, that would be easiest for me to keep track of.
Yep. Okay. Move where you want him to go then.
So we'll say the way north is blocked. It's out to the northeast is the exit.
So run
So
right.
over here.
Another 35 right.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. So yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, just
Well,
okay. Ava, top of your turn. Make a con save with disadvantage.
Yup. My rolls have been terrible.
7. The insects bite at you and start to almost swarm you slightly. You take 1 point of piercing damage from the biting insects.
we were all worried about this, and it's only 1 point.
So far.
Probably
True.
poison or something.
I'm gonna run up to here. And
Take an attack of opportunity. Oops.
Keep running.
oh yep, from that one.
From that one, which is going to be a 21. So you take 6 points of piercing damage as it lunges at you with a bite which just scrapes you.
And yep, defensive stance.
All right, take your action to dodge. It is now the Neperibos go. This one's going to go up to Burlock here and take a swipe at you, which will a 14, which I believe will miss.
That's right.
This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, cannot reach you. This one's going to swing at you, Ava, with a natural 1. God damn. Not severe. This one is going to wander over
Take
to.
acid damage.
Acid damage. On those
Yes, it
ones, yeah.
will. Thank you for reminding me. What is it? 3d4.
Yes.
So you roll that. You roll the 3d4. 10 points of acid
Not
damage.
bad.
Okay. It lumbers towards you, and it is a horrifying sight as your acid is melting this thing away. It's like the scene from the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, where the flesh is melting away, leaving red gore behind it, yet it still lumbers up towards you, and this disgusting form lunges towards you with a bite. With a natural 20.
Just want to point out that movie was rated for kids because there wasn't a PG rating back then. That's not a kids movie.
You take 12 points of piercing damage as this horrifying, bloated monstrosity on 1 HP chomps down at you and rips a chunk out of your arm. Ah! The blood and guts of its melting form spattering over you. This one is going to it's on 1 point of health. Similar situation, but this one wanders up to Ash and is going to take a bite at you with a natural 5, which I don't believe will hit. Finally, this Lemure is just dissolved. It is gone. Ash, it is your go.
Okay, I'm going to first things first. I'm going to force Ballista, the one that's next to Reservoir. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, shouldn't have firearm, but it's okay.
That
10?
definitely hits. Reservoir, as this thing is kind of lumbering over you, almost melting on top of you, a burst of force sends its form catapulting off to the side and splatters in a red, gory mess to your right.
Almost. See,
Yeah.
next time try to get it into the river.
Yeah. Run! Come on! And then
That
I'm
would have
going
pushed
to
me
also...
in.
I'm going to Ray of Lightning the one right next to me. It's at disadvantage because it is right next to me.
It is a disadvantage.
16
Still hits.
plus-
And similarly, this one, electric energy shoots up through it, and the flesh almost, from the convulsions of electricity, seems to break apart and just slough off onto the ground.
All right, come on! And I'm going to run.
Run, rabbit.
Yeah, stay at the edge of the map.
Okay.
And you can move along it if you've got any more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, should be fine.
Okay. It is now Lulu's turn. She is going to. Yeah, she's going to fly here. But no, she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to make a noise. If she uses her trumpet, she'll make a huge cacophony. So she is just going to fly past this thing and stab at it with her tusks.
Oh, hell
Her
yeah!
tiny little tusks. With a natural 1.
Oh,
No!
She goes up to like try and stab this thing, but then it turns and goes, and she goes, ah, and just keeps flying.
Oh my goodness.
She tried. We love
A natural 1. Poor Lulu. The Lemures go. One of them goes up against you, Burlock, with a natural 1.
and walks off the map.
14. If you want, you may make an opportunity attack. You may use your reaction to attack it back as it pathetically swipes in your direction, but just makes no effort.
Why not? Using
You want to use a
greatsword.
reaction.
Yep,
Okay.
use my reaction.
14 will hit, and 9 points of damage does strike it and strike it true, but it's still alive. This one steps up towards you, swings with a 14, which I do not believe does not hit.
16 will hit.
Yeah. Let's see. This one is going to go for Warwick with a natural 2, misses. This one is going to 5, 2. Can't get any further than that. That ends the lemma race. This one's stuck in the pit. This one's going to just wander upwards slowly. Reservoir, it is your turn.
I will twin spell chromatic orb.
Okay.
Run. Just run.
Run.
I will.
We're
I
waiting
will.
here.
I am
Wait.
going to do it at these spine devils that are going to follow us. So this one is for the lower one. 14.
14 will hit.
Fantastic. So
So 8 points of damage.
yeah, and it's acid damage.
Yes.
Because that's, and then the upper one,
I assumed as much.
yes.
Passing out so much acid.
14, a very
fantastic.
nice hit.
And then I am going to run.
Before you do that,
Oh,
D20, please.
oh right, yes. I have there's a thing in there. Sorry, I already closed my thing.
So you cast it. It's a level 1 spell. Twinned
And I
it,
use one
so
sorcerer's point.
So it was a 2, so you're fine. Okay.
So then I will move.
Every time it resets the thing I put that makes it roll automatically. It's so frustrating.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's roll 20.
I'm still sorry. That's my turn.
Okay. Warwick,
I'm gonna
it's
have
your
to
go.
Well, because there's still someone behind, I have to go to.
No, don't worry about me.
I do have to worry about you. You're the last one in the list. You're the one that's being targeted by the Spine Devils. I need to go that way as well.
There's a.
I have hit
lot of spine
points.
devils here. There's
Um,
a lot of spine
yeah.
devils here.
So I've got to move to there,
I'm
Um,
trying to kill them.
taking an attack of opportunity if he hasn't done it yet. On this one. Is someone got an attack of
Yep,
opportunity
he will.
yet?
He will take an attack of opportunity, which will miss.
That's good because I just realised I didn't have to. But anyway, I will attack him first. The one which I've just passed.
That will hit. He's still alive though.
Still alive. Okay. I will attack this one. Oh wait, no. I'll attack him. I'll attack him again.
Right.
With a normal action.
A 10 will hit. And with that, yeah, these things are
Yep.
pathetically slow.
Okay. So bonus action on this one.
Yep.
I'll just move that out of the way.
I said if there was ever a time to use Great Weapon Master.
I know, but I still. This is a time where I actually need to hit.
11, that hits, and 13 takes it out.
And action surge on this.
Okay.
So it's 2 attacks, 1 bonus, and now action surge.
All right.
Um,
So you get 2 more attacks.
these are 2. I thought it was 1. Oh, awesome.
No, you get 2 more attacks because your attack action gives you 2 attacks.
Okay.
15. You strike at it once, carving into its flesh.
And let's do the smitey smites, if that's possible.
You certainly can.
And yes, he's a fiend. No, it wasn't a critical.
Once again, this bloated, corpse-like creature just explodes with divine energy. And is eviscerated.
I've got a
You
little
have
bit
1 more
movement.
attack.
And I'll move to this one on attack.
All right. And that hits, and that takes it out. Leaving Warwick focused and suddenly with a speed and alacrity you haven't seen before, carves through these creatures like a hot knife through butter. Just 4 of them fall down, one of them exploding with divine energy. He is a spinning top of blades just rushing through these demons, leaving carnage in his wake.
And this is why I hate being sober.
It's now the Spine Devil's turn.
They
Right.
caught up.
Mm-mm-mm.
And look who's out there right in the open. Well, first
Yeah.
we're gonna go with this one. This one's gonna go for Ash. It is going to charge at you recklessly. As it enters your range, you may make an attack of opportunity as part of this ability.
Sure. I don't. Okay, I'll. All right. You know what?
If only it
yeah,
went
sure, I
one
guess.
further.
All right.
Oh, 17.
You
yeah.
do hit, and you do carve into it,
Yeah.
but
can I
you
have a
don't kill
question?
it.
Is it
Yes?
when it attacks, when it does that? Is it only the person that it targets? Because it also enters my range.
If it enters and leaves your range, no, it's only the person it targets.
Okay, just checking.
And as it swoops towards you, recklessly charging at you, giving you an opening, but you didn't make the most of it, and now it will attack you twice with advantage. So the bite is going to be a 19. Does a 19 hit you? I believe it does. So you take 6 points of slashing damage, and the fork attack, a natural 20.
Ooh.
You take 8 points of piercing damage
Okay.
from this reckless dive at you. Reservoir. I'm not going to do reckless because we'll see. We'll see. How many of them are? Let's have a look.
They can
I think
fly closer for other people too.
One of them's gonna go over here. They're not gonna. Yeah, no, you're gonna get peppered with spines. Is what's gonna happen. They saw you casting. They don't like that, so
That's
they're
fair.
gonna move. They're gonna move here. All within 20 feet. And this one's going to actually move back slightly. And like a firing range in a circle around you, you get targeted with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 spines.
Oh my god.
If I can just end this turn with 1 hit point, I will be okay with my life. I will die happy and
So-
hopefully not die.
God.
So, let's see. It is a +4. Your AC is 12. They need to roll 8 or higher. So, 1,
And this is the person that's
2.
got the least amount of hit points.
3.
No, the monk has
Wait,
the
I need to
least
keep
hit
track.
points.
2, 3,
That's
4.
true.
9. Oh, no. I fucking lost count. Okay. I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll this on screen.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna roll this in the open.
Why not?
/R 10
20 D
D20.
20 D20.
Oh no! Oh my goodness! There's some crits in there. There's some
So,
crits in there.
1,
Never mind,
2,
guys.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. 14 hit you, 2 are crits. Yikes. Okay,
Character art?
Yikes!
this might be... Right, so that's going to be...
It's my own fault.
Said right.
Yeah, I didn't fully think that through.
That's
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, the spines don't do that much, do they? Were
Yeah,
they
they do.
1d8s or 1d6s?
Yeah. The
Alright.
thought was like, oh, like that's faster than that. But like,
All right. I'm just trying. I'm doing like my brain is just going brrrr right now. So
We're deliberately
this is
taking the
going to
attacks
be-
of opportunity because they're not that bad. But this is the bad part. Oh boy.
11.
Do you want to do that roll openly as
Okay. I might.
Pray.
Uh,
All ones. Pray.
well? Is there any ability that anyone has to stop this?
Help her
47.
survive?
yeah, she's unconscious.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. I should have done
Yeah.
protector. Yikes.
It's okay.
plus fire.
She's unconscious.
Wait, how much is your max HP and how much were you on?
That doesn't
So-
put me below.
Yeah. Because I'm to be nice. I will not count these all as separate attacks. I will count them as one entire like this. Because if they were separate attacks, you would
I
have
would
gone
be
down, taken 3, you'd be gone. But I'm counting them all as one attack. You are out with 0 unconscious on the ground.
And the first person to get to see the death shade on for the saving throws. That's why Dell's frame is currently shaded, because there's a current danger of death. Imminent.
Burlock, it's your turn.
I can't get there.
I can.
Yes, you don't have a healing potion, do you?
If I can at least get her out of danger. Oh, I might have a No.
I have 1 healing potion left.
I can heal.
Okay, then if that's the case, then seeing Reservoir drop, I go into rage and start attacking everyone around me. So we'll start with the one up here.
Okay.
So it'll be with rage damage and advantage. I click rage just to make sure. Actually, no. There we go. So I go down to 3 for rage. Does this rage give me advantage? No, it doesn't. Sorry.
No, your reckless does.
Yeah, reckless does. Hey, we'll go reckless. So reckless, all these attacks will be reckless. So onto that one with the great sword.
That
13.
hits. And with this, you may proc the sword's additional ability if you choose.
Oh yes. What was the sword's ability? I had it written down.
Blow everything up.
Yes,
BFG.
blow everything up. Yeah. Let me just check that and make sure I have it written down properly. 2d8 radiant damage. So, which is that.
Wasn't it?
And they have to succeed a DC 15 con. I'll be.
Okay.
Oh god, that's horrible.
Yeah, that is rough.
Yeah. What
So,
range?
what range?
Range of 30 feet.
Range of 30 feet. Okay, that will get the Spine Devil. So we'll go for him first. No, that fails. This actually takes out the Spine Devil.
Oh, you get
The
that one
radiant
too.
burst from the sword flashes out, and this thing already weakened is just and is scattered, collapsing to the ground. This one is going to be a failure. What's the DC? Sorry,
DC of 15.
15. Failure. Pass for the Lemure. And failure for the last Naparabo. So these two take 3 points of radiant damage.
Warwick, did you go?
Oh no, that was just my turn 1.
Oh.
So turn 2 will be on the next one down.
I go before the Spine
Alright.
Devils.
Okay. Again, with the greatsword. With advantage still.
That hits. That kills it. And I believe you can do it again. Let me actually just double check.
Check that one. I thought I had 2 attacks.
No, the ability of the sword.
No, I
Oh,
think it's once per short rest.
Oh, is that once per short rest?
I'll
Right,
check to make
okay.
sure. You saw who this. Once he uses feature, you can't do it again until finish a long rest. Sorry.
Cool. Yep. All right. Not a problem.
As much as I would love to do it again.
But that takes that out. Okay.
Oh, and just do I have to roll con checks and start my turn in the area of those people?
You do. Yes. Disadvantage.
Yep. Sorry about that. I just remembered then. 2.
For 10. That will fail. So you take 2 points of piercing damage, half to 1. As the flies start to bite and gnaw at you.
Okay.
Ava, it is your turn.
I'm gonna run 15 feet up to Reservoir and pick Reservoir up. And then, does this halve my movement speed?
Carrying her will half your movement, yes.
Okay, so currently I have 30 on my normal movement speed, so I can move 15 to there. I can action dash as well, so I can get another 20. And then use a key point to bonus action dash. There, okay. Carrying Reservoir.
Okay.
Move all the way out that way.
All right. You pick her up, firemen's carry her, and run as fast as your legs can carry you away from the combat,
My arms are
away from the
occupied.
Spine Devils. Yep. Is it a Parabos go? They are both going to go for Burlock.
With advantage on hits.
Yep, with advantage. So it is a plus 5. First one. Natural. Oh no, that was a D12. 22, which will hit. For 7 points of piercing damage, half to 3. And this second one will go for 13, which will miss.
Yep.
Fidel, it's cheaper to give you this than pay for character
Okay.
art.
Okay. Ash. It's your turn.
Yeah, it is my turn. Okay, so 1,
So that was a donation,
2,
by the way.
3.
Yay!
Yay!
So that's for
Thank
Del.
you.
Survive.
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 I'll try.
Well, I hope so, because that was
You
my
might
donation.
need that. You might need the.
Ah.
Oh, hang on.
2, 3.
There you
how
go.
far?
D12.
I got a death save coming up.
You're so far away. You're so far away. Why'd you run that far? Anyways, I'm going to use my Force Ballista.
Yes. Reservoir's in danger. I'm getting her out of danger.
Yeah. I have cure thingies, but it's okay.
Cure
I have cure
thingies.
wounds, but anyway.
Thanks.
I have revived people. You're also too far away from Warwick. You're so far away. You're so far away. Oh no.
You
This
ran
is
so far we can't help.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also ran so far that hopefully none of the monsters are gonna attack the unconscious person.
5. Okay. I'm gonna stand here.
Okay? I have my
I'm gonna
reasons.
I'm gonna force Ballista. One of the Spine Devils, I guess? I have to. Yeah. I'm gonna force Ballista the one that's right here. I believe.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
It's right here. Let's do it. Hold on. There you go.
Hopefully this encourages you guys to just keep running.
That'll hit.
Apparently not.
Yep. I'm gonna
6
push
points
it.
of damage.
Push it 5.
Yeah.
And then.
It's pushed backwards.
And then. I guess I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Shatter right here.
It's so loud though.
I know it's so loud though. But you know, we have a dead person here. So I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Oh no.
Alright. Roll.
Let's do it.
Roll that damage.
Oh my goodness! The damage! This wasn't worth it at all.
9 points of damage.
You know.
So it is a DC 16 con save for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. What is the 15 foot? Would it get this one here at the end?
I think it's 10 foot actually. Oh, 10 foot radius. Oh, 10 foot radius. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just these.
So it'll get this group here, not these four.
Yeah. No.
So that is con saves for that is 6 con saves. Fail.
9.
Fail. Pass. Fail. 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 All but one of them fail. I'm gonna say this one passes, but the rest take 9.
Okay.
That is
40.
oof, that is
On
rough.
average. Yeah, on average it's about I should be doing 18 damage.
Oh no, seriously.
On average, it should be doing 18. That's 4d8. Anyways, I look at them all, I cast it, and I just bump my chest a little bit. Just kind of, my collarbones just like, come on, fight me. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah. This loud ringing, like ringing explosion, shatters out into the battlefield, and despite the loud noise, it all just blends into the cacophony that is the Blood War.
Thank God.
Seeing this, and seeing what's going on, Lulu is going to throw caution to the wind, and is going to fly down here, right up to this group, and she says, "You leave her alone!" And then is going to use her trumpet to get, all of them. All of those apart from these two. With, I'm going to roll this in the open.
Stay safe.
No, don't be.
Nope, that's
Oh,
not
okay.
wrong. 48. Come on, where's the thing? Where's the thing? Where's my dice roller? Where's my dice roller? 48. Okay. 4d8 plus 4. So, that is going to be 8
Yeah.
con
Wow.
saves. 8
Wow.
con saves at disadvantage.
Wow. Lulu's better than me. Can I just play Lulu?
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Fail.
I think Dell's got first option on that right now.
Fail.
Mm.
Fail. 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 Pass. So all of these just gone in this
Yeah!
radiant burst. Just fire and like radiant light streams from the trumpet of this little tiny elephant in this pure, clean,
Brown note.
and they are just burned away in radiant light. This one, just on the edges, manages to only takes half, and is looking really beat up. And then
Wow.
she's going to fly back
This,
to interpose herself.
this elephant is OP.
It's a limited use and it's loud, but all right.
Well, she is a celestial, so
Well, Lemurays go. It's gonna try and swing at Lulu
Oh, you
critical.
better
Come
not.
Come on.
with
Crit.
an 18, which just hits.
No.
Oh.
For a grand total of 2 points of damage.
Ah.
Falls down.
No.
Just a wet, soppy bludgeon just knocks it to the side slightly. Reservoir. For the first time on Saints and Sinners, I believe, please make a death saving throw.
You got bits if the DM allows you.
Whoa! Oh! What the? No way! No way! Oh my
You-
goodness!
You come to some small semblance of consciousness, breathing heavy. Having just, in fact, what happens is the blast from the trumpet combined with the shatter wakes you from your stupor. You are covered in needles, being carried by Ava, blinking suddenly at the beginning of your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use the Staff of Healing. Yeah, so I'm gonna use the Staff of Healing, and I will do a 4th level Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Does that, okay, using my spellcast,
Be
okay.
4d8 plus your spellcasting.
Okay. Okay.
21
Wow.
HP back.
This is intense. This is crazy. This is so anime. What's going on?
Needs more yelling.
That makes me very
will-
happy. That makes me very happy to hear.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Little plot armor.
Yeah. I think if Ava will let me, I will stand on my own,
Yeah.
and that will be my turn.
Okay. Warwick. I would say you have half your movement.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if Ava will put me down, I will stand on my own.
Okay, you'll just stand there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No worries. Warwick.
I'll move to here and attack with advantage. And just encouraging Burlock to keep going. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, a natural 20 will hit.
Not much damage.
Definitely. That will absolutely destroy it,
Oh, I was going to click on smite, but
Taking it.
okay.
taking out entirely.
And then move to there and do the other one.
All right.
One off.
That will hit. That will kill it. Carving through these things like butter, you wade through, swiping once and twice. They fall before your halberd.
I think that's where I could actually go to.
Okay.
There's still a few others. No, I won't cast anything. We're good. Done.
Okay. It is the Spine Devil's turn. These two are going to fly hesitantly closer, and they are going to shoot two. They're each going to shoot two at Ash. I believe. Where's the ruler? Yeah, they're going to move a little closer. They're going to move there. And they're each going to shoot 2 darts at Ash. This one is going to fuck off expeditiously. In fact, it's not even going to go back to the blood. Oh, fuck. Nope. It's not even going to go back to the blood war. It's going to fly off across the river and disappear to the other side. Meanwhile, Ash, you get 4 bolts shot in your direction.
Okay.
A 19,
It hits.
a natural 3 miss, a natural 4 miss, and a 13 which will miss.
Mhm.
So the first one deals, the one that hits deals 5 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage, halved, rounded down to 1. So that is 6 points total.
Okay. Got it.
And they are, yeah, that will. I think now, and each
Yell,
of them
is that all you got, you fucks?
Then they're going to use the rest of the movement to start to fly away.
Language.
Okay.
Ava,
We're in a war.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna, surprisingly, for the first time this combat, I'm gonna attack.
all right.
I've just been on the defensive, but I'm like, fuck it, let's throw some punches.
That hits.
Give me a second.
That
Oh, I still have
That will take it out. It's like punching a bag of flour, but wet. Your hand strikes, and it's almost like the shockwaves ripple through the bubbling and twisting flesh. And with the second strike, you punch right through, and this mass just deforms into the ground.
Okay, I'm
So-
gonna
Punching ballistic
Wait.
jelly.
A little bit,
After-
yeah.
After getting rid of that, I'm gonna yell out to everyone, the way's clear, just run!
And with that,
And I'm gonna wait
the
for
last
them
of
to
the last of the immediate threats dealt with, the remaining Spine Devils fleeing from the blasted of the trumpet. We are going to go to break
Ah.
as you run for your lives away from the carnage, away from the battle, and find yourselves suddenly surrounded by the quiet after what seems like hours of running. But suddenly, the battle is behind you, and silence, broken only by the occasional explosion in the distance, fills the air. And we'll go to break.
Do we get a level up?
You literally just got one.
Question still stands.
Still a valid question, right?
That was a stressful encounter.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
almost like it's the fucking blood war.
Well,
And you only had
would
like
be there.
you were only fighting the weakest of the devils there. There was a Baylor in there and a pit
saw.
fiend if you were willing to venture in.
You
I
know,
saw.
those
I saw
those
the
pictures.
white abysses too.
That was terrifying. Those
There was a
pictures made it
lot
look
going
way
in there.
scarier.
But they were all too preoccupied with each other to worry about some pathetic mortals, which is why they sent the weakest devils after you.
oh, they're so kind.
We appreciate their
Lack of attention.
superiority complex.
Oh,
I
thank
know,
you.
just-
Oh, merciful devils.
To be fair. We want to talk
Yeah.
about mercy.
Mm.
Very
Mercy.
thankful.
Yeah, well, we survived. We're feet on the ground finally, and now it's time to get lost because everything is magical and moves around from us. So this is going to be fun.
Okay.
We're going to be on a break. We'll be back shortly. Stick around, and we got to use our Death Shade for the first time. Del, you now have a D12 for donation dice because I didn't want to have to pay for character art.
Cheaper.
It's cheaper. You can get a little bit of that back of my own donations, although they take some of it. Anyway, we'll be back shortly. Stick around for part 2 of our Saints and Sinners Over the Edge, and we'll see how bad this gets, because we're in the shitstorm now. So bye. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Carsha Goblin. Thank you for sticking around. We've got our part 2 of our Saints and Sinners Descend into Avernus. We're over the cliff and onto solid hellish ground, brimstone. We're not in the river Styx, pretty much. So yay! We're all going to die.
Right.
Everyone's so quiet. It's like,
So,
We're all accepting death.
They're just accepting. It's just the way
So-
it is.
we've been talking about backup characters. That's how close we are. Yep.
so
Excited.
No.
you should be.
I've got more trauma I
should-
need to put Ava through first.
You should be excited because now we've hit chapter 3 of this adventure.
Hey.
Level
Yay.
up! Awesome.
How many chapters are
is
in this
thi-
book?
This is where you should have leveled up, but because I didn't want to do it halfway through a session, I gave you that level up at the end of last session.
Oh.
So you got it early for that fight.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Thank you, O merciful
Oh,
DM. Thank you, sir.
And now we get to
Thank you.
actually have the brand new Syrinscape audios, which just came out this week for the Super Siren
Yes.
subscribers.
Indeed, they did. So, you wander off into the fiery plain of Avernus. Looking back, you see the vision of Elturel disappearing into the distance behind you. The ever-crackling companion lighting up the sky, and the river Styx flowing on. Tired, exhausted, you run and you run and you run to escape the carnage of what lay before you, before you find a small outcropping of rocks to huddle beneath, away from the blasting red winds. Down here, the heat is stifling. The air is choked and thick with dust, and God knows what other particles that have been sifted up from what lies on the ground. Occasionally, streaks of light brighten up in the sky as what look like balls of fire fall from pitch dark clouds above to crash into the ground in the distance around you. Welcome, finally, to the first plane of the 9 hells of Beata, Avernus. The red, blighted landscape is yours to explore as you wish. You find a set of outcroppings in a small shelter, and you sit down to rest and recuperate after hours, what seems like hours of running. Speaking of which, I would like everyone to make a con save.
That's not bad.
Okay. None of you take a point of exhaustion. As you... But still, the stress, the adrenaline, finally, your heart rate's finally slowing. You find space to catch your breath. What would you like to do?
Catch breath.
Where are we heading? Are we close yet?
It was... Hold on. Let me have a look.
She flies up, and out. Is gone for about 5 seconds.
It's off in that direction.
She points with her trunk.
But yet again, it's further than I last saw it.
Is there any?
Further.
Did you see anything in our way?
There looks like there was what used to be a battlefield, but it's empty now. Maybe a couple figures moving in it, but we can easily walk around them and avoid them if need be.
Where are we going again? Some kind of junkyard is what we're looking for? What are we looking for exactly?
I think there are people in the junkyard who can help me with the memories.
Bird people.
I remember.
Birds,
Yeah, the
yes.
bird people. I remember that they met me, and I don't know. Maybe they can help.
Are they big birds?
Well,
Yellow?
It's about Ava's size.
They're like
They-
humanoid
are they-
bird people.
are they cockroaches or are they kenku?
Huh?
They
Do I know the difference?
Make a history check. Or nature.
they had black feathers, and they're black feathers. They couldn't. I can't remember much else.
Do I know the difference? Maybe I met some
You
in my
do.
travels.
You do. You with that, you know, the Aarakocra have large wings and can fly at great speed, and look more like eagles, whereas Kenku are corvid-like humanoids who have no wings, and curiously have no ability to speak, instead only being able to mimic sounds that they've heard.
Okay. Do I know
From your vision, because you saw it, you would know them to be Kenku.
They were Kenku?
Yes.
They were.
Emmy, speak louder, please.
They were Kenku.
Kenku. Well, this is going to be annoying then. They're the worst negotiators.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
They only agree on one price. They only repeat what the masters have told them. It's really annoying to talk to
Kinda-
those stupid birds.
Maybe it wasn't a junkyard. It was more like a collection of stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We've got a long way before we even get there.
Either way, this is a safe point to rest. It feels like we've been running for ages.
Maybe a little
We
bit.
eat some food, but we gotta keep moving. We can't be out here. If we're out here, we're gonna get ambushed. People are going to almost die. People might
die.
It's... yeah. And did you see what happened earlier? Those mounds of flesh, when you die, your soul gets sucked into that river. That's the worst case scenario. So, no, we've got to keep moving. We've got to go. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then we got to keep going.
Okay.
I'll spend that time to actually get armored up again.
Yeah. You re-equip the armor, and after a brief moment to catch your breath, You all get up and carry on. In the distance, you see a wall of sand, far enough away that it almost appears completely flat on the horizon. A colossal sandstorm, beyond which it is completely obfuscated, except for the occasional crack of lightning within. As you wander, you crest a hill, and you see what Lulu had described, a colossal battlefield, the site of some long-forgotten, long-past battle. Pools of that same ichorous liquid which had warped your flesh before lie in almost lake-sized puddles, scattered here and there. And wandering amongst the figures and the corpses of the devils left behind, you see a figure in the distance, hulking, leaning down to pick things up and attach it to its body and keep on going.
Let's try to avoid whatever that is.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna go talk to them or talk to whatever is there.
We'll try and move quickly, but stealthily, I think.
Make a stealth check.
I'll see if I can have a look at what that is. Not that. Whoops. Not Divine Smite. That's the one. Divine Sense.
Divine Sense. It's far enough away that it doesn't register. It's beyond 60 feet away.
Okay. I thought it was just within sight.
It's within sight, but it's you can see more than 60 feet.
Yeah.
In fact, you get as you kind of go closer.
Oh, yeah, you're right, 60 feet. Yeah.
As you get closer, Ash, you trip on one of the bodies, and there's a clicking sound, and it slowly just kind of looks in your
pull
direction,
into hiding,
and then just carries on with its task. You now see, as it's closer, in this field of carnage, a lone construct-like figure with weaponry sticking out of it at all sorts of odd angles. It picks up, leans down, it picks up a sword and jams it through itself. A spear, and then it picks up a body and impales it on the weapon. Just this lone figure doing some diligent duty in the cold silence of this chaotic plane.
Let's move around that thing and not. Yeah.
Why is
Yeah.
it collecting
Oh
bodies?
my gosh.
We're in hell-ish
Constructs.
at the moment. We don't want to disturb anything that doesn't need to be disturbed.
Just doing out there. It's collecting.
And keep moving around it.
It, despite the fact it clearly knows you're there, but it pays you no mind, just silently going on with its duty as you proceed forward.
Yeah. Let's just.
The road
avoid it
is-
and keep going.
The road is long, and the walk is tough. The heat is stifling to all but you, Ash. Especially those of you in heavy armor, well, Warwick. It is a pervasive sweat, heat. You're drenched, saturated in, it is a really, really tough time going about this. You walk for hours.
I try to keep hydrated as much as I can.
You walk for hours until on the distance you start to see, shimmering in the haze of some mirage, what looks like a wall made of jagged metal, which you recognize from your dream, Ava, as the place where Lulu flew to and met these two Kenku.
That's it. On the horizon, that metal wall.
That's it?
That's it. Where are we going?
It doesn't look like a junkyard. It looks more like a... I don't know what that is.
Was the junkyard on the other side?
On the other side, you see, as you approach, you see movement atop the wall.
No, I
Figures
mean, like,
moving
do I,
backwards and
do
forwards.
I remember anything on the other side? Like, where does the junkyard come?
The vision was hazy. You remember this wall, and you remember the two bird-like humanoids, but you remember little else beyond that.
This was where the junkyard was, right?
This was, yes. And beyond it, you see a hill of reddish rock jutting out from the landscape, which almost looks like a hand. Four bits of rock jutting out, and a fifth to the side, with caves in between where the fingers would be, where you see. And in fact, I have, once again, art for this place. That is what you see off in the distance.
Hmm.
And as you approach silently, you start to make out the figures on top of the wall. You see short individuals, gnome or halfling sized, with long, scraggly white beards and red hats that go backwards to their heads. They have this vicious look in their eyes. And as you approach, some of them turn towards you.
Halt! Who goes there?
Push the elephant forward.
I just...
Go,
We-
go.
we-
Talk to
Do you
them.
remember
I-
these?
Yeah, are these the ones that you were talking about?
No. State your business, or piss off.
Well,
We're here to try and figure out a few things. We're from above, and we're here looking for supplies and help to navigate Avernus.
They turn to each other, they mutter.
All right. What's the password? We don't have a password. Shut up. What's the password?
Yes.
password?
Let us in, or let us in. It's fine.
Please?
Just let us in. That's not the password. Can't be.
Password.
Shut up.
They whisper
I
to
already
each
said
other.
Password.
Okay. For us to let you in.
Points at you, Warwick.
That one needs to do a flip. Yeah, you heard me. Do a flip and we'll let you in. Backflip.
Do a flip.
Another one says,
No, forward flip. No, backflip, shut up.
Do a flip. That's the way to save the world. You must do a flip, soldier. Doesn't matter if you eat shit. Just do a flip.
Taking my armor off.
No, in the armor, no cheating.
I could do a double
Do a flip.
backflip.
No. Chappie, no, it's fine, Chappie. They asked for a soldier to do a flip. Let's see him do it. This is to save the world, soldier. Do it.
Okay.
I start
Well, which
giving
one did they
him
decide? Forward or
pointers.
back? I don't care, but I will try to do something.
I start giving him pointers.
make an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Oh no.
How do you do?
She's like,
Like-
okay, you gotta.
Ava, what, how do you?
Yeah, just she starts explaining, which out of character I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, okay. I actually do, but that's my circus background. I will.
You don't
Yeah.
have to do it well. They just.
I'll get
No, you've got
Burlock
to
on
keep
one
trying
side
before you get it.
and get Ava on the other, and use their shoulders to try to help push myself off to do a flip.
All right. Acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Still with disadvantage.
You're wearing heavy armor.
I know. There we go.
There is a valiant attempt. You jump back, but it's like one of those videos of people, like he jumps forward, his head, chest hit the ground, and his legs kind of go back down. These individuals on the wall burst out into laughter.
Do it again! Do it again!
Do it again! Do it again! Come on! Do it again!
But you've already done the. I've already
not gonna-
done the flip, so.
They're not
The
going to let
deal's
us
been
in
made.
until you do it correctly.
But the deal's been made, and I tried, so it's already done.
Okay.
Was it a
You don't
front
need to do
and
a flip.
backflip?
And they all there's 6 of them now. Watch it.
Oh, God.
They all kind of start whispering to each other.
Okay. You.
And she points at you, Reservoir.
I want you to punch the one with the beard in the face, hard as you can. Then we'll let you in.
Which one? There's 2 of us.
I think the bigger beard.
Punch him in the face! Punch him in the face! Punch him in the face!
Swear on it.
Fuck!
Swear.
Fuck!
Yeah, I did.
Fuck!
And they all, as you said, they all kind of go into this cacophony of expletives.
Fuck shit! Fuck shit! Fuck shit! Shit! Fuck! Fuck! Fuck shit!
Wrong wording. Use promise.
Which one with the beard? Which one? The one that just did the flip or the short one?
Both!
Yeah, I thought that was
All right.
coming.
All right, Reservoir, you can go. Yeah, I push her towards Burlock, and I walk over towards.
Lulu flutters up to you, Ava.
I don't remember any of this.
I didn't mean swear as in curse verbally. I mean swear on it as in swear your word that if I punch them both, you will let us in.
Look, Missy, you want in. We're in power. I don't think you're in a position to be making
are you
demands.
guys
Now
anyway?
punch your allies.
Who are you?
If you want me to punch them, you have to give me something in return.
I'm Cog. I'm Dip. I'm Racist. I'm Flub.
I'm Verges. You can't even make out with the last.
Do you guys know any Kenku?
Ah, yeah. Chucker and Clonk.
Yeah. Chuck
They
and
don't
Clonk.
say much. What do you want with Chucker and Clonk?
We just have some questions.
They're not going to say much.
I know, but we're friends.
All right. I swear we'll let you in if you, short beardy man, cut off the red one's ear and give it to us. Go on. Then we'll let
That
you
wasn't
in.
the deal.
Pinky promise.
Nope.
That was not the deal.
No. Either.
You
Do you
swear,
remember that? Sorry.
You swear on the Practa Primeval that if I punch the 2 of them in the face as hard as I am able to, you will let us in. unharmed.
Look at this one. Look at this one swearing on the primeval. Ugh, you're very fancy, aren't you, lady?
Will you do it?
Now we changed our minds. We want an heir now.
The deal's not for an heir.
It is now. Or you can go away. Your choice, really.
Where are the where's what was it, Clack and
Chuck and Clonk.
Chuck and Clonk? Are they?
They're within distance of throwing a severed ear.
Justin
Are
here.
they behind the wall?
Yeah. They're in the fort.
Can I roll insight on that shit?
Yeah, sure.
The way that these guys are operating is going. Oh.
I'm trying to figure out if they can.
Nope.
If they can lie.
What the fuck? What the fuck are these things? What? Just what?
Oh man. Justin here. Is that all it takes to get in? Justin.
Yeah.
Just an
I'll
ear.
do. Just wait. Yeah, just sit here.
Yours.
Just.
He is not
Look,
that much of a
It's
pain.
not even that bad. Watch.
And one of them just grabs one of the other and just takes an axe and
Ah, you fucker!
and he kind of runs back and just jumps and drop kicks this other one with two heavy steel boots. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, there is just a fight going on upstairs. They're just beating the shit out of each other, kicking, punching. One of them just goes, "Ah!"
Can we try and
next
find
to
a
you.
way in?
I was gonna say, can you
Well,
just go to the door and
they're
push it now? See if it's open.
And one of the, and you kind of like, one of the, he just falls next to you and just isn't moving.
Can we try and find a way in while they're fighting?
Cut cut the other person's ear off. Says we got the ear.
Check to see if it's alive. Or just unconscious.
It looks to be unconscious.
Just put one hit point on for a little bit of laying on hands. Just one.
He kicks your shin with his heavy steel boot and runs back towards the wall. You take 2 points of damage
Try to grab him.
as
then.
this thing just make an athletics check.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Normal roll, athletics.
Which now they're closer. You can get a closer look at this thing, and this is what it looks like.
Oh,
I was right.
so let's show that off.
So 19, we'll see. Versus athletics. Oh shit! Athletics. No, that's a D12 I just rolled. No, yeah, you grab it by the back of its head.
Lift it up.
Get off me!
Let us in.
Oh, what?
Or I drop you and you go.
Hey, is there any of that Ica stuff around?
Not nearby, no.
I
At this point, you kind of look up, and they say,
What are you doing? Put him down. What are you
Huh?
doing standing around there? Come on, get him in.
let us in.
We've got her here, now we can come in. Come on.
Okay,
I still hold on to him as we go in.
we're going in, I guess.
Precautionary.
Mm-hmm.
they just out of the blue, just randomly, they just as you're dealing with this one, the fighting upstairs seems to stop, and they just say,
Come on. We're bored now.
the door enters, and you wander up into this fortress with bits of metal strewn all about. The area is littered with trash and these weird, almost mechanical looking parts, which are put together resembling some kind of large contraption. There are ramshackle structures built from the same junk as the outer wall, providing shelter. All of these, more of these small creatures, these humanoid looking things, are running about. Some are sporting these same red caps as before, but some of them, now having asked that question, some of them you see the caps are dripping with that same foul ichor as before, and they have the ones with that kind of ichorous cap have these mad ear to ear grins full with sharp teeth and kind of red eyes, and they just and run off, and they grab something, and they just it's pandemonium. And as you're kind of looking around, just trying to take in, you spot over by one of these strange contraptions 2 bird-like humanoids.
Let's
off
go
in
to
the
the
distance.
less crazy people. And let's keep an eye out in case those crazy people actually come after us.
They seem to be more tricksters than anything else, so hopefully we can just stay out of trouble.
Yeah, tricksters, yes, but tricksters don't usually take ears or ask for ears.
Yes. They seem to be fond of violence.
I mean, I can see why, but still.
So you gradually approach these 2 Kenku, kind of pilfering through this all this rubble. One of them, in fact, here's Art. One of them has this long pole arm with a nasty spike on the end, and another one has a war hammer. Once again, with a familiar black iron and red fire running through it. And they're just kind of sifting through rubble and picking up bits of scrap iron, tossing it to the side.
Excuse me?
Hello?
They look up at you and they stare in wonder. And as they do, they spot Lulu, and there is a glimpse of recognition in their eyes. And one of them says suddenly, "Why do you? Patience is a virtue. Can't keep the boss waiting," and just starts to dash off.
Wait.
Ross?
Another one just, "You wait here."
At least we're being taken directly. It's fine.
Moments later,
do we want to see
moments later, the Kenku returns, leading a tall creature wearing a long tattered shift covered in mud, blood, mold, and worse. This old crone-like woman carrying on a leash this colossal creature made out of what looks like stitched together bits of flesh from assortment of different creatures. She wanders forward.
My goodness! Where did you find such a treasure?
And that's where we'll end today's session.
Oh no!
I feel like this was a bad idea.
Do we get a level up?
No!
Every time you say get a level up, we lose a level.
Yeah,
we gain a level, lose a level.
Up, he adds one more. He adds one more spine level.
Oh god! Oh no!
All
I
right.
feel like this was a really bad idea. We just came to like some collector bullshit.
I'm just getting Mad Max vibes out of this whole thing.
Yeah, it
We
feels like Mad
walked
Max.
into hell.
I'm thinking of the collector from Guardians of the Galaxy though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
too.
I
Fact.
prefer that collector than
Once again.
man.
We've got more character art, do we?
Oh.
Fact. Yes, we do.
Ooh.
There's been a lot of character art. in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh,
It is Mad Max. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
What is this?
Master Blaster.
Yeah, oh god. Don't mean Blaster Master, not Master Blaster.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
that is horrifying.
So yes, I have not prepped past this point, so I need to come back
Oh,
next week.
I just noticed in the picture she's like sewing the things. Oh,
Oh, I didn't say the sewing.
Oh.
mm,
That's evil.
it's
You are in hell
Yeah.
after all.
I think it's finally starting to sink in. Oh, lovely.
She's a humanoid. Are all these people? Are these people? Or are these like demons or fiends? What are these things?
You're not sure. You're not sure.
Not great things, not nice.
Yeah, you could assume not.
No, no. Oh well. Thank you for that, and very good work with the Kenku. I liked it. Kenku are really hard to play.
Yeah.
Kenku are fun though. I like
I'd love to
Kenku a
play
lot.
like
They're
a
fun.
PC Kenku at some point.
Be good for
Mhm.
one shot, but
For
It'd
ongoing
be
Kenku
hard
sounds
after
tough.
be
some
hard for a
time.
long campaign.
Yeah.
For
It'd
ongoing
be
Kenku.
hard.
You have like a make like a soundboard.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
If you're gonna go all in on Kenku, make a soundboard and just as you play through the episodes, just cut people's clips of what they say and just play
Yeah.
them
that's-
again.
Yeah.
Going all in, that sounds fun.
Oh.
That'd be
That's
very
awesome
hard.
and horrible at the same time.
Just play the little soundbite of all the red caps going, fuck!
As soon as you like swear, okay.
No, I was thinking either have like the soundboard of other people's clips or just a soundboard of different sounds, different voice overs, and you just like keep on pressing between all of them as you're talking
Hmm.
Yeah.
to change your
Oh, yeah,
vocals.
that would be fun.
I was half expecting to say, we'll let you in. Which one? You. That's what we
Oh
said.
yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, here again more art because this is a lot of things in this. The creatures with the demon ichor coated caps
Ooh.
look like this.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh, these look
I've
like
seen
goblins.
these. Yeah, they look like that.
It's like the
Are
cats
these?
fused with them.
Yeah, out of character, obviously. Are
I want to
these-
play one.
Are
Are these player characters?
these-
Certainly
Are
not.
are these Fae? These are Fae, right? Yeah. Out of
oh.
character, I know that red caps are Fae, aren't they?
Oh, this is weird. Evil Smurfs.
Evil Smurfs. That's basically that's what they are. Evil Smurfs. Nice.
I like them.
She
I want
looks
them to be
so
player
old.
characters.
Oh my god.
No.
This-
I mean, considering the lore behind them, it would be a very, very difficult thing to play.
Oh, you can play Malkavians in
One
Vampire
shot
the
of
Masquerade.
red crabs.
One shot of red caps. You'll murder everybody. It's literally just murder.
Literally, I mean, again, it's not a huge spoiler, but if they do not bathe their caps in blood like every hour, they just cease to exist.
Okay.
Yep.
That's going to take a bit of work. Then.
Oh
So, yeah.
wait, in our blood?
That would be a fun character to play, certainly.
Well, Vampire
Forever
the
doing
I
Masquerade.
laundry.
think it might not be every hour. I think it might be every day.
With Vampire the
Okay,
Masquerade,
they've
you've got to
already
feed
met
every
their
day.
daily requirement of blood.
So
Yeah,
they
the-
only want a little more in the form of an ear.
Yeah.
Only a little
Well,
blood. It's just an ear. It's just in here.
Just in here.
No.
So,
I could give them an earful.
okay, so my name is Karsh Goldman. We'll be back tomorrow with our end of week book club, where I think we're most likely going to be doing the Tales from the Loop. Last time I checked, it is winning the polls, and Tales from the Loop is the Netflix show as an RPG. It's really weird. So we'll be back with that. Next week we'll have, again, Fido and Friends, and we're going to have this as well as our beginner box for Pathfinder. So we're starting our beginner box and starter box shows. We'll be doing that as a weekly thing with a different beginner box pretty much every single week. So this coming week is going to be Pathfinder, the first version, of course. And we've got a whole new cast for it, and we're going to have different cast members pretty much every week for those shows. So thank you for coming in. Will, would you like to do your stuffs?
Yes, of course. So, hello everybody. I've been playing Ash, and it's been a lot of fun being in Hell. It's been great fun, and I hope that no one dies next session, which doesn't seem like they will, but they may. I don't know. We don't know who this person is, and yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed. You can find me streaming sometimes on Twitch at FallenHS. I usually play card games. I've not been streaming for the last month, but it's going to change soon. I finally got my new setup all ready to go. I made sure my green screen is starting to work. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to stream again. So just watch out for that. And always tune back into Goblin Cave. It's a great place. We have a lot of fun here. Yeah. Pass next.
Hi, I'm Del. You can pretty much only find me here. I'm going to spend the next week thinking about how traumatized Reservoir is from should have died. And see you back here next week. I'm LP.
I am ML Misabuse. I've been playing Bullock Ungar, your Dwarven Barbarian, who is questioning his choices in life. You can usually catch me on twitch.tv/MrProducer, where I mostly do VR content, but I'm going to start trying to play some relatively old retro games. Maybe the first game I'll play will be some of the old Tekken 2 for the PS1.
Awesome.
So it's starting to go through my old game collection. Emmy?
Hi, I'm Emmy Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emmy. I play Ava, the human monk. You can find me over on twitch.tv/gatheringnerds, where we play D&D, and we have Vampire the Masquerade campaign going, and lately we've been playing Minecraft and tabletop. Last night we were playing Settlers of Catan, and that was a lot of fun. There was a lot of salt being thrown. I may have been throwing salt.
Is that a
Anyone's
bad thing?
played that game before.
No, salt is just one of the resources in Catan. It's okay.
That's why
Alliances were formed and alliances were broken. I will just say that much. It was a fun time. So.
Okay. Lorian?
Yes. Again, the DM formerly known as Sky Blue Shinks, I've rebranded as Lorian Ross. You can find me on my new Twitter at Lorian Ross Music. And a pretty big announcement. This time tomorrow, my first single on all major streaming platforms will be released.
Ooh.
It is called Find Your Light. Art by the fantastic Mr. Live producer, who you see right here. Working on the song for a very long time. And I'm really excited for it to be out. Go check it out when it's out. You can find links and previews on my Twitter at Lorian Ross Music. Also facebook.com/Lorian Ross Music. And yeah, pre-save it on Spotify, and it'll be out tomorrow. Have a listen. This is exciting, incredibly nerve-wracking. But hey, you got to start somewhere.
That's it.
And
All right.
the credits don't go to the Sky Blue Shink. Well, I've still got all the credits for Sky Blue Shinks,
Yep.
but we're going to be moving that across to
we'll
Lauren Ross as well. Which
Yes.
for next week we'll have that updated. I didn't get
Yeah,
that up.
cool.
So,
Not a
yeah,
problem. Not a problem.
no problem. That's a big news. First single. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Big step. Congratulations.
We'll be back next. We'll be back tomorrow, and this whole show will be back next week. It's going to be a big thing, and we're going to be raiding Zombie Orpheus Entertainment because they are funny, they are amazing. They're doing their Void Jumpers at the moment, the season finale from what it sounds like, which is a big thing. So check that out. Stay with us for the raid, and thank you everyone for watching. And if you're on YouTube or stuff like that, click on like and respond and vote or whatever you need to do. Just interact, because it helps us and we get that feedback. And as long as it's not offensive, we'll get that feedback. If it's offensive, we'll just delete that feedback. So yeah, we're not into that. Not interested into that. But thanks everyone. We'll be back, and bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.